Oh yeah. I'm just looking at the
Until
name.
March. And then
And if I see any color, I know at least that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's new.
Until March after that.
Yeah.
I'm just a year away from 40 now.
I'm only 30.
Yes. That is facts. That is how people age. 1 year at a time.
Whoa. Slow down.
I can do that.
I know, I've been aging in reverse.
I've been aging
Like Missy
by
Elliott.
triple.
It's your flippin' banana.
Huh?
It's your flippin' banana.
My spine says I've been aging triple. It's kind of bullshit.
Don't flip it all down
Yeah.
in reverse.
It's your flippin' banana. Who's that billionaire guy trying to live forever? Brian something rather?
Oh god, the one who infused himself with his son's
Yeah, he
blood.
looks like Data from Star Trek.
Oh, that's creepy.
You know what? I never put that together, but he totally does.
Yeah.
He was literally comparing their erection
Yes.
stats.
Oh, what? That's not cool.
My son can get an erection in less than a minute. Me?
You know how long he could maintain it for.
Well, fuck, there was
And there's
a lot of parameters they were
he's
measuring.
not actually his son because way back in the day,
None of
when
which are
gay couples,
cool.
the one would adopt
Like,
the younger ones, the
fucked up,
benefits could be
yeah.
passed on, and they're thinking maybe that's actually it. It's just really fucked up because like he transferred his blood into you, but to make you younger.
So when they're testing to see how long they keep the erection, are they both fucking his mom or like?
No, there's actually like a machine that has to be like hooked up with a belt ring that
That's
cinches
just it while
around
they
your cock.
sign me up. I'll take it.
Is that like the
That sounds kind of nice.
Can you pass that, please?
No, I
Just a
don't.
lighter.
Have you seen those?
Yeah.
It's just what I keep thinking.
Hold on.
It's
Jordan,
like a medical.
I have
Did
to
you
find
see the
it.
mini I
Yeah.
painted? Did you see
Japanese
the mini I
jerk-off
painted on
machine. Check it out.
fucking
Erection
Saturday?
measuring machine.
Because like I have all that Warhammer shit, right?
Oh, the Adam sensor.
So
Just brings up some
there's like
shit.
5 of these characters.
That's cool. The gas mask.
No, it's
It looks like a gas mask.
yeah, they're like a,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're like they're called aspect warriors. They're pretty cool.
It looks like a mix between like African warrior and like a space
Yeah, it's like
respirator.
it's like big hair.
What size force could you feel, do you think?
Sorry,
What size of force could you feel, do you think? Like maybe we should line up a game?
I can do 2,000 points.
Did I hear you say foreskin?
Yeah.
What size of force can you
Oh! I thought you said what size of foreskin.
I have
What
2,000
kind of
points.
foreskin can you
Well,
yield?
I have,
so
I,
big
have
they call it an 8 skin.
I have 2,000 points without my Wraith Knight, so I'm sitting alright.
2,000 without your Wraith Knight?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But if we 2,500, Wraith Knight's in.
How much is a Wraith Knight worth?
Like 475. He's pricey. They do not want you putting a shit ton on the field.
Oh, so they give you a like
Yeah,
each thing is given a
each
dollar value.
each unit
It's like when you get the
has like a point value.
it's like when you get the zombie apocalypse thing. It's like you have $10. Pick your team. It's like $4 for.
Dude, if they didn't do that, everybody would run like nothing but like 20 Wraith Knights or 20 fucking
Yeah, and then there's limited.
Yeah.
rhinos and fucking Razorbacks. just decimating the field with big shit.
Brian John.
Yeah,
Wonderful,
and like
thank
the
you.
fact that the kid is 19.
Oh,
He's
no,
not
it's
even like
right there.
so young, 20-something anymore, right? Like he's literally a teenager.
How old is the Brian Johns guy? He's like early 40s.
Yeah, he's just 40s, 50s.
Yeah, he just looks like a weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job there. Really looks like Data.
Oh, good, there it is.
Yeah, I see it.
It's time to let it warm
He's
up.
got that weird face. Why are his eyes so white? Like the skin under his eyes, like where people normally have like,
Oh, it's funny,
I
though.
look tired.
Foreign
He's
guy
got
at
the
the
eye
job
look.
You can get-
today fucking plays Warhammer.
Like,
So
he does
he's
this
like,
like,
yeah, I'll grab your
he
number.
does
We'll
this
fucking have
gel,
to
like
play.
this
He's just in
ultrasonic
summer, it's
treatment
like,
where they like rub his body and like totally grease him up into thick
He's
gel,
pretty good
and
at
then they rub
fucking
this like
painting
light
and shit. Yeah, he's
thing all
some
over his
business,
body,
like,
which is supposed to break up itself.
He does
and
like
make him,
optic source lighting and shit on his. I'm like, that's impressive.
Optic source.
Apparently that's what
Object.
shrinks all the skin around him.
Yeah,
Right under his eyes is
it looks
typically-
fucking. I'm like, that's actually.
He may look
fucking hard
creepy,
to
but he
do
might be
well.
like saving the world.
Always blows me away when you see that.
He's
I don't
spending
know.
millions of dollars on
I
everything
need
all
like
his data.
edging into
So it's ultimately
Jack's
a,
hair.
a positive thing.
Like,
I
I'm not
think.
bad. I'm
As
working
weird
on
as
it.
it is.
Right? I got.
No,
I
I
still have 40 minis. So fucking.
Practice.
Yeah, right.
Data.
Oh,
Nothing about Eldars. They're all very
I just
small.
overheard you guys talking about.
fair enough. That's Willie nailed it.
Not quite like
Willie Nelson?
Space Marines.
like Space Marines.
Silver blue. Done.
Yeah,
Willie's
well,
Well, you
yeah,
nailed
it's like
it?
easily some more detailed ones, I think.
Well,
you nailed
you nailed it.
I thought you said Willie
There's
Nelson.
no real guys.
What the?
They're all
You did
human
the other
enemies.
Oh, yeah, the Imperial Guard.
So what was this thing again? A true seeing stone?
I actually like
Stone of True Seeing, yeah.
Stone of true seeing.
Yeah, it's like from the Scottish Isles. Those sweet sounds that you watch on the
Those are.
Okay. That'll help those things.
Oh. Yeah, it's hitting the spot like a fucking meteor next to that.
Like a meaty.
Oh yeah, a meteor. A meteor what?
What, your meat soup?
Yeah.
Nice.
What's that?
Is that supposed to be a gelatinous cube?
No, that was part of last session.
That is dope, that right?
That one? Yeah.
I do.
From the coffee mug.
Up.
Oh, that?
Did
Blue's
not
the
see
cube.
what he could
That's
potentially
what-
do.
Oh, this guy is, yeah.
Yeah.
Movie.
He could throw anything at us.
Yeah. The thing's right out of the movie. There's actually a full-size figure of Edgin the Bard, the guy Chris Pine plays, that's supposed to go in that. And I looked at that, which is, so I just picked it up and I looked at the price. I think it's $50 for this thing. What is it? And
In the
Gelatinous
mug?
cube.
Oh, the cube.
Oh.
If you've never fought a gelatinous cube in real life in D&D, it is a fucking annoying. It's so annoying.
I can imagine.
It's just a cube of acid. You get your weapon and your acid. Your weapon acid.
Yeah.
that's it. And then
And you get
Oh,
shot
magic.
in.
fits on the side. Yeah. Gelatinous cube. That's $50.
$50.
Well $50. Yeah, right, eh?
How come you never use that die?
It's a big one. Is that gonna light up?
True.
Doesn't light up.
Battery's dead.
Might be, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's been dead. That's why I keep it in there.
I don't use
Anyway,
that. Because the
yeah, so
first
this
time
is-
you toss that on a solid surface, it would blow up.
Right, seriously. This is $50, and it has a little support in here that's supposed to hold the action figure. So it's supposed to be the scene in the movie when all the party jumped into the gelatinous cube, and then they made the gelatinous cube as big and the action figures as big that you can only fit one of the action figures in there. In the movie, the whole party gets out, but who cares about that? Let's sell a gelatinous cube for $50.
Yeah.
Everybody lined up. Why is nobody lined up? No, it's just that nobody gives a fuck.
Are you going to put the fan up?
You in there, it's all out of the way.
Jordan, are you going to be okay with the carpet?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Alright.
Hello.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I don't think that's really going to do a whole lot there, Kate. You might as well just leave it closed.
What about your stove?
No, I get that, but
Oh, that little crack though.
where'd you get?
It's air.
Oh yeah. Did any of them die?
Yes. The wizard.
Yeah, your shaman got sucked up.
We need to have a god, a barbarian funeral for him.
Burn him on a pile of hay.
He's already, there's no nothing.
I'll hit
Burn,
every.
it's gone.
I'll
Burn them on a
Suck
pile.
the door. Hey.
How do you know these guys?
You talking about
That's part of his tribe.
Yeah, who's
He was-
bad? No, those works.
Nobody knows.
Nobody.
Oh wait, Scar's bad is bad. Right?
Nope.
They're just
The orc just came up over the ridge.
Yeah. And I was actually with them when it's all
Yeah,
carried.
right.
Yeah.
We can build them a
You
fire
know,
and
the
I'll
Lord
have
knows
some
them.
food.
Probably not.
Like flame.
Once we get somewhere we can use the magic.
I mean, that's outside times, but
Yeah.
a level 12
Like
character would be
this?
very well.
For
Sure. Yeah.
That'll be actually very.
And one of them
useful.
died.
One of them died. The wizard got sucked in the dark.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah, right. Doors.
Quit slamming the door.
Yeah, no good came out of those.
I like this song.
Yeah, it's nice and pleasant for. I
A false sense of
didn't
security.
say you could play. And yeah, really, I gotta change that, shouldn't I? When I have everybody think things are peaceful and okay.
Wow, yeah. False sense.
Give people the wrong impression and then they're wizard guys.
We gotta exit this door and then summon the magic and then get out of the thing. our boardwalk.
Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of Dungeons & Dragons: The Iron Garden, a campaign that promises more violence, more darkness, more terribleness, and all courtesy of our easy-to-follow, now available plan where you can sign up for the opportunity where you get more darkness, more terribleness, and more slaughter shipped directly to your door. I won't be undersold. And on that bombshell, who cares to tell us what happened last episode on Iron Garden?
We descended into a crypt of some kind, it seemed.
With the goblin
And
people.
Oz are yeah.
With the fruit. There was a
Crystal fruit,
Yeah.
forbidden fruit even,
Forbidden crystal fruit.
of the Ozern Crypt.
Was there no one tried to eat it?
That's quite the title, actually.
It was hurting everybody's skin.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
just talk about it.
Ow! Good idea. Better eat.
And even with my dragon skills, you were saying I was gonna get hurt.
It's like shredding
Draconian
people. Like,
shredding.
yeah, you know what would be a
Yeah.
great place for this? My fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Like
Crushed
shards
popcorn.
of glass.
You ever bite a
made in
fucking Dorito standing up?
Yeah. Sounds great.
Those are dangerous when you're just getting like a handful of Doritos. You
Two people
go,
died within an hour of each other. Game time.
Yeah.
Alive.
One NPC, one PC.
nobody important.
And Bartok's, really. Bartok's
You
died right
apologize.
That's true.
But that was
You know what?
2 sessions.
He was.
I was
there.
going
Not
to,
that long
but I
game
don't like
time,
being told what
really.
to do. Sorry, I'll.
No, it's
it
less
happened
than an
to
hour. Yeah, you guys.
His corpse
It's
might
about
still
an
be
hour.
warm.
Shit.
Yeah, that corpse is still warm, or rather, the majestically digested version of the corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah, we filled 2 canisters with the gloop. The gloop?
Bloop.
The blue loop.
Gloop, and the canisters floated.
Yeah.
I'm not
He's
mistaken.
carrying one, and me and you were carrying one. Me and her.
Well,
Are you paying attention, Katie?
Yeah.
crushed.
No, she's harassing.
Yeah.
Tell you, I will separate you two if I have to.
I'm fucking tattletale.
And so yeah, one of the doors opened in a mass. A bunch of monsters came out, and then we managed to make one run away and kill the other 2, and knocked over the door, and then the other door opened, which is its counterpart, and started sucking everything in, and then we pushed back another 2 and managed to stop that.
Polo sacrificed himself for Delilah, pushed her out of the way.
It's just a dramatic reenactment. Lays it in the corner.
This is how we get an animated series.
That's right.
My favorite part about the whole Vortex door was, why didn't we just close the door?
Because it was all smashed.
Because it had
wasn't
smashed
it?
open.
Yeah.
Not at that time. It only
Yes, there was
smashed.
another door frame stuck inside it.
No.
By the time
I'm talking
anybody
about before we knocked over the first one. We could have just.
Closed.
I don't know. Why didn't you?
Because you fucking ran.
You
it.
were feared. at first.
Oh, I was. Yeah, I couldn't
You were
do shit.
the fuck.
You look at Scar's bed.
That was fucked up.
I remember the look on your face. Like,
Yeah, the
you
reason we smashed the doors.
Rolls? Not much.
Running.
The reason we smashed the doors is because the door had been smashed open, hadn't it? Like they had
Yeah.
opened the door.
They burst open.
Yeah.
They didn't
Yeah.
smash.
And then
They were
you
there.
So they could have
I
just opened
understood that
doors
they
again.
burst open
I
with such
smashed it.
force that it broke them.
And then the other door.
I remember the doors opening. I remember them getting sucked off by the other
Because
door.
you'd slammed everything into your bag off that counter, and that made everything come running out the door.
What? I don't think those are connected.
Yeah, we were in the room over here.
You're talking
And
crazy.
you
man. I don't
slid
know
everything
what
into your bag, and at that moment, everything came.
Yeah, we had the control talisman and the other.
I don't know,
talisman.
man.
We didn't look at
We-
anything.
when
we
we
were
walked-
like,
Rick,
When we walked by that door before we ever went in the storage room, that door was making funny noises already, alright? That's all I'm saying.
you were immediately like artificer stuff. Bonk.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna look at any of them.
And apparently, someone that works here told us that you could have used those to just magically use stuff with stuff. For stuff. I don't know.
If we had it.
That is correct.
Something?
Control the. I don't know anything, and I don't even work.
It's the whole do we or don't
Hey.
we stop and ask for directions paradigm.
All I'm saying is, we have the stuff now.
And we killed one of them.
And we cracked
Cool.
open that door with credits rolling right behind it. So
We need the goose to save Iron Guard from the mushroom.
Yeah, we went through the exit
Right.
door. Because
We
we
didn't
know
go
where
through-
the other way's leading out. We don't know where the second location is.
we cracked
That
open
would
the
be-
exit door and looked through. We didn't see what was up. That was when we rolled credits.
Yes, we cracked it open.
Was that the one that had all the spider webs and bullshit behind it?
No, that was the
That
one
was,
over in this one.
Alright.
There was 7
Yeah,
doors
that's-
total.
Wait, no, didn't we have the canisters and they were like floating and we pushed
Yep.
them up through the doorway?
We have them and they're floating. We We haven't, and we're in the last room, and yeah, we had opened up the one door and saw spiders, so now it's shut. And then the two other doors in the middle are broken. The door that goes outside is open, and then the two doors in the storage room.
Which one had all the tentacles and vines and shit?
That was the first door.
We
So
can
when
see
you walk
on
in,
the
there's
I have a
more
bunch
door.
of shit.
Damn it. So, long and short, you guys are amidst all of the various doors in that door chamber, and you guys did, in the after credit scene, open up the exit door, which, as you saw, opened wide to reveal a portal beyond that you could see through into another chamber. It simply looked very similar to this one, save for a stark lack of doors. Instead, you could only see what looked to be a bit of storage space, a bunch of old boxes and little blanketure that are situated around the space, and a long hallway leading away from the door that this door you were standing on this side of leads into. So you're seeing through the door, it's a portal window of a fashion, and you can see a bit of a hall leading to a storage space on the other side. At least that's what you can see from here. The space isn't really lit, but the portal is clearly illuminating the space beyond, so the light from the portal is going far enough down this about 30-foot hallway. Then you can see various tapestries hanging on either side. I should mention it doesn't look like a janky old ruin on the other side. It looks like a forgotten old manor or temple, maybe, you're not sure.
Banners like Osmond banners.
You can't really tell. As you kind of sidle back and forth to glance with your passive perception, you get the idea that it might be. You kind of recognize the curvature of the crescent O. Thank you. So, looking into the place, you can also see actually there's like a hall runner down the hall that looks like it was long ago forgotten and never quite fixed after the last person ran across it. So it's like a long hall runner that's like bunched up. The barrels of hydrocephalate sit nearby. They're idly kind of thrumming and throbbing, putting off little arcs of electricity towards the ground. You can see literally the Tesla arcs constantly just sweeping a whole carpet of them underneath, almost like little electrical legs,
Like
caterpillaring the thing along.
like
Yeah,
the
but you gotta be
like the
careful.
ships on the
Edison might
Matrix.
show up and steal that.
Yes. Yeah, literally, you never know, right?
Does anyone have a high stealth bonus?
Me.
Would you be willing to scout, or are you only 2 HP or something?
No, I'm pretty high.
I'm actually doing better than I thought I would, but at the same time, me and him were both also feared and not really in combat the whole time.
Yeah, my stealth is 9.
Is there any indication of a way to go beyond this storage room?
Okay.
You can't really tell from here, but you'd assume that it continues on. From what you're seeing, the hall leads into the chamber, and you can't really see in that chamber to really state what's in there. You can see that there is a chamber in the end of this hall. That's about it.
Would you be willing to scout around that, or do you want me to check this
Can we
out?
see light coming in any windows?
Excellent question. No, you don't see any windows on the other side.
I could just go sneaky scouting.
You could.
This might be like a trap room we can never get out of.
Before we continue, in this room, do we feel magic?
In the chamber you are in, like the door chamber.
Well, yeah. Are we?
We haven't walked out yet. We haven't
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Well, I mean,
We
you
can all
step-
just
you
go.
step
I'd
through
be
the door.
open to just going in. Tank.
Well, that's what I was asking. Like,
Not.
I'm okay with going first, but
You're
I
fine, dude.
wasn't sure what might be in there. What we might trigger.
I mean, that's the whole fun of it.
I could fly in with my business.
Why can't
But
you
Scar's
hover?
bad. When you both go
Fly
in,
for a minute.
Jetpacks?
straight
I've got
down.
my.
Yeah, but that's moving.
I've got Elden Ring.
We have those like that.
We could let Delilah
I haven't floated yet.
Can you
do more of a guest star at this point.
press
So,
play in a very narrow hallway? How could this ever go wrong?
You know, in Smash Bros. When Diddy Kong uses his rocket power thing?
I can do it too. I just need some healing before I do it. We're still in no magic.
yeah, like,
Or even better, just straight into a
Take me
fucking
next.
wall.
Yeah.
Just splat. It's like when the Rocketeer first took off. And he's like,
Yeah. Fucking great movie, man. That movie was so good.
Old school class.
Yeah. I mean, as a kid, I loved it. When I get older, it still holds up, and you end up appreciating it a lot more. I find.
That's how you know it's a good movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but I remember it being good.
Yeah.
We do have that pager thing
You do actually.
that
Yeah, can we-
teleports us back.
We could just page back.
Yep.
But there's no
We have to
magic.
get
It'll,
these-
magic won't work on our things. As soon as we start, we can page back. Or we can check out the books over here. We gotta get this tank.
Truth.
We don't
So-
want to get distracted.
This is effectively what you're
Get them
seeing
out
portaling right
the
here.
stairs we came
Does that make sense?
So we're on this end of it looking through.
Yeah.
But nothing to do.
So this is where you'd be exiting. And you're seeing, as much. You're seeing 30-foot hall and then space beyond.
Can I
There's
see?
a
Can I see anything
crumpled up
else?
runner in the hallway, you said?
Good question, actually. When you put that up to your eye, the portal actually disappears. And then you lower it, and you're like, oh yeah, there's the portal again. Start. And
You
then,
said there was like a runner.
When I look through this, I don't see the portal, guys.
and yeah, there's a running rug that comes across here. It's all kind of bunched up.
So probably a magical portal that shifts you to a different.
Well, how does that fully operate? Like,
That actually
It's
might
a-
mean that the portal's an illusion.
It's a stone
Yeah.
of truth site. I don't
that's what I
know.
was thinking.
The portal's a ruse. The cake's alive, boys. Don't go for it.
Yeah, sorry. Let me revise that.
The cake is real.
You don't see the portal. You see like the shimmering of it, and kind of the magic.
So
that
I
makes
see
up
through
it.
the magic.
Yeah, you see. You can see
So I
like
see the wall. I see the wall.
of the portal surface shimmering on like basically a whole bunch of woven threads. It looks like of different streams of magic that are creating the portal, and every so often they like undulate and kind of erupt, and the picture will alter a little bit, and then it'll go back to being what it is. Almost like it's just experiencing signal static or something.
Yeah, it definitely looks like magic.
Yeah, quite literally. You're literally watching the portal's magic at work.
Well, I feel like
Like for-
was a true.
What's that? Like for
Can I, with one eye like this and one eye like that, trying to like overlay what's real and what's not?
Right. So
Take a step through the door.
in the chamber you're in, there's nothing that isn't real. Like all of the, you did this before. I think the door
Yeah.
frames were all there.
Yeah, but I just want to be. I'm gonna walk through the door. And I'm gonna be looking through
Okay, fair enough.
both, so I can see
That's
if there's anything that's an illusion in front of me as I walk through.
Thanks, sir. You step through easily enough. You guys hear a whoa as he does so, and he kind of liquefies through the surface and appears on the other side. The whole kind of does the Stargate thing, rippling back and forth as he steps on the other side. Did Skarsgård go through or not?
I hadn't at this point yet.
Okay. As he steps through, Draxus does. Are you gonna join him?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean,
I think I will too.
when in Rome.
Over to place yourselves on there and pass me Draxus if you want. I'll get him on the board.
I don't know where Nesty is.
Oh shit! Sorry, man. I put him away, didn't I? Fuck. Or did I?
I make a pretty good
Yeah,
shield for
Oh.
everybody.
Having reason to believe this place won't be magically blocked.
As I walk through the door, do I feel a
Snap
sense
catch
of
it
my
off.
magic still works?
Sorry, which cantrip?
Oh, any of them?
Oh, yeah. Just to see if you got magic in that. Right. So I should say, as soon as you step through the portal, anybody who's magically inclined suddenly feels that come rushing through as they step through the portal, and it's just like it hits you so much so, almost like when you're walking into a really cold area after being in the hot, or really hot area after being in the cold. And as it just washes across, you almost break into a sweat as your body adjusts to
You
having.
jump out of the hot tub and roll in the snow.
Yeah. As your body adjusts to having its etheric influences again.
What orcs do we have with us?
So yeah, I'll draw my loot.
It's crushed at the other one.
Okay. I think you have the monkey guy.
Okay.
I think so.
Are we bringing these tanks with us?
Yeah.
Another question.
Oh, also you have your barrels.
When I turn back, can I still see into the room that we were in?
You can.
Okay, that's good.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should leave some staying there.
Maybe we can.
Who is watching your barrels of hyper stuff like that? Are you taking them with you?
I'm still
Crush
there with them.
is keeping his with him.
Yeah.
So.
So my question is, you're taking it through the portal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is whoever's.
You fucking us?
I'm still.
I don't
know.
know. They're all floating through just fine. You guys get through the
I'm
portal.
still back in the original room with the canisters.
You're not coming with?
Someone needs to watch the miniature.
We'll give
What do
it
you
a
mean?
minute.
No, this canister is in that room with us.
He's taking his.
Oh, okay.
So
As you guys walk into
Well,
the
we're
chamber,
all coming through then.
Yeah, we're all coming.
walking down the hall, the light
Oh, we're
emitting
just-
from the portal is suddenly contrast shadowed by your presence, of course, your bodies causing huge darkness to cast against the room beyond. Those of you with dark vision see it as a rather desolate space that looks like it was picked over of any supply.
I like to cast light on my mace and use it as my flashlight again.
Yeah, that's fine. God damn you. Up, you bitch. Alright, where is you standing? That. And you.
Sorry, I'm looking at how uneven the bottom is, and you're just like, why aren't you standing? It's
Well, I've had it stand before. But it's gonna... No, it's not. Never mind. You will do as I say.
What?
And one more. Sorry.
I don't like it when the 28 days later song comes on.
But it's so on point.
I actually love this track.
Yeah. You do.
They're making a 28 years later movie.
Yeah, they are.
Has it been that long already?
Yeah.
Well, not real life, no.
It's damn near, man.
Close, yeah.
I
That's an
remember.
old movie.
When did the movie
Yeah,
come
it's
out?
like 20 years ago. If not more.
When did 28?
I don't think it's 28 later. It's 28 years. 28
When did 28 days later come out?
28 days.
2002.
Yeah.
That's 23. That's 13. That's 23 years. Jesus.
Yeah. That's a long time. We're all old.
Well, by the time you finish making it, it very well might be 28 years later.
Yeah, no shit. Actually, it hasn't been developed well. Right, as I was saying, entering the pod, you guys cast Star Shadows. You illuminate your mace, instantly providing a swash of light that illuminates the stairs at the back of this space, leading upwards to a sealed trap door and a bit of a ladder out. As you look around, you see a large mass of the black tar situated at the far left side of the chamber, and a whole bunch of old boxes and, like I say, blanket fabrics and such situated around. Oh, also the tapestries here, as you pass by them, they are assuredly the crested O of the Osrin family. But what's more is that it has the other crests listed upon them as well. In some sort of depiction of an alliance, it shows the Osrins, the Eris, the Foxmantles, and a few other smaller noble houses listed together in a sort of little galactic.
Any roses?
In fact, as you look at the whole galaxy of it, you realize the shape of it is in fact in a stylized rose.
Any Irrengarten tapestries?
Or not, oddly enough. As you look around the place, you do notice something though, is that on each of the tapestries there is a recognized sigil for the Maester of Magic in Ironclaw. Like,
They didn't have any of the like.
there you go. Yours. They're done.
I remember one of those fucked me right up.
Stuff.
don't do edibles.
Yeah, do edibles?
I've had them before, but like when I was back in Edmonton when these like first kind of smoked my way,
Brought it up, right?
it wasn't even that bad. And then I had the one here, and I ended up driving home like higher than I ever want to drive. And I was,
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
I was like, yeah, that was not a fun drive home.
Just fucking hit you with it. I don't know. These things don't really do too much that way. They're alright. They taste good.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. They're doing super good. One.
Cake, what do you want your cake? What do you want cake?
What are you doing now?
Want it now?
No, sorry. You notice on all of the tapestries there is a sigil at the very, very bottom.
I can go
That
get
is
it.
recognized as the signatory of the Maester of Magic. Basically, whoever holds that role at Ironclaw is responsible for signing off on expenditure and deciding the direction of things. Last you checked, Sigma held that at one point, and of late, the rule is kind of up in the air. But
Wait, what did Sigma hold?
the Maester, the title of Maester of Magic at Ironclaw. Basically, he was responsible for whatever research was taking place, signing off on it, knowing what was going on, having a good idea of status and expenditures and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Just the administrative kind of head of it as well. But as you're looking upon, I said, the tapestries here, you notice that insignia there.
Do I
But
see
you don't. You also realize that it's not changed at all, and you're not sure what to make of that.
Do I see anything funny about them?
The tapestries are very much what they seem to be. They don't seem to have any illusions to them. They don't seem to have any magical properties behind
Does
them.
this just
As
look?
you pull it forward, you notice that both of them have alcoves behind them.
Yeah.
Sorry, 1 second here.
Like, does this just look at like it'll just dispel magic, like true sight, like that kind of thing?
Yeah, you can literally
Okay.
see right through any sort of illusion.
Okay. But it's not like, yeah, that's what I was wondering if it would show me, like the secret doors or anything like that.
No, nothing like that.
What if they were
Illusionary.
Yeah, if they were illusionary, like a magical thing. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
You're not right. You're not right.
But not like just, oh, there's a latch there.
right?
Yeah, you're not gonna. Yeah, exactly.
I'd like to remind everyone that I'm on death's door.
I'd like to not die again today.
Oh,
Just
I
for
have
flush
healing spells for you.
At the end of this campaign, you'll be like, 3 characters in this session. That was okay. Yeah.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on
I think
you.
it's Death Ballad would give away.
By the end of this
And
game,
it's
we'll all
gonna
be
be
playing our characters' great-great-great-great-grandchildren.
Or their twin brother, sister, mother, uncle, whatever.
Uncle, sister,
What's your math
brothers, cousins, twice removed.
Yeah, exactly. 3 times removed? Yeah, you know. Family fun.
Whoa! Wow! Thank you.
Creamy.
Oh, spongy.
No cake for me, please.
Oh, gracias.
What kind of cake is that?
For now, anyway.
It's
It
leche.
looks like angel food.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's the shit.
Was that right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that angel food cake?
Hey!
Okay, bitches.
No, it's Trey leche.
What?
Trey,
Three milk.
Oh my god, that's so.
Oh!
Is it good? I've never
It's
heard of it.
so good.
It is good. It is good.
I can't imagine cake being bad.
Really?
It's got goo.
I'll take a piece, sure. And celebration of your birthday.
Oh, okay. Just not right now.
I feel that.
I like it.
Kind of reminds me of bread pudding.
Yeah.
I really
Which,
like that.
by its title, doesn't seem
It sounds
great.
good, but bread pudding actually slaps.
It does.
It's like rice pudding.
Yes.
Jordan, this cake earns you a zombie apocalypse team
Wow.
spot.
Neat.
Wow, it's great.
Thank you.
So you've also got some healing for me? I
Hi.
hope.
I can do more if she doesn't do that.
It's where she hits you with the, I actually don't know your guy that well.
Yeah.
Please, I'm dying. I beg you.
I don't think we're that kind of.
Okay, so
Also,
first
I
time-
killed a demon last session too.
Well, what HP are you at?
I'm at 10 out of 39.
Okay.
Not bad.
What's everybody else at?
I'm at 22 out of 39. I'm doing alright.
I was at 2 until Draxus cure wounds me.
Heal yourself for 24 points.
24?
What's your heal?
Second level.
You're at 34, my
Interesting.
Yeah, it's actually it's really rich too.
Oh, yeah, 34.
I've never even heard of it before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just went in blind completely.
I didn't think the
Didn't
excess
you
gives
do
you
second
very interesting.
Sorry?
Yeah, but I only
I
have
didn't
one
think the
left.
excess healing points gives you
Saving it until.
No, he has
You
he was
only
at
gave
10
me
health.
No, I did it first level.
Yeah.
But then
I have a
I
max of
37
37.
levels, I have one slot.
Oh, I thought it was max of 30.
Okay, that's much better. Thank you, new friends.
You're welcome. This is so yummy, thank
Is
you.
it what you like? How you remember it? It is. Okay, that's good.
That's working. Honestly. Well done.
Sweet.
With immediate taste, you made a bounce.
Everyone takes 150 cake experience all around.
Dang.
Actually, you know what? That seems cheap for making a fucking cake for every player. 500 cake experience all around.
Oh shit.
shit, we're almost level!
22
Alright. We're all gonna take turns. Everybody has to bring cake. We're gonna
We're
level up. Don't fucking fast.
Actually, you don't read the fine print.
Huh?
You're really coming up. What do you want this round? You can think about it.
You did a killer cheesecake last year. That would be really sick. A really good fucking, like, red velvet. I bet you would kill red velvet.
Ooh, with the beet juice, yeah.
Sure, let's do it.
That'll be different. Yeah, look forward to it.
I mean, Sure.
Okay.
The red
Yeah.
one is
So I'm all healed up.
You can just
I'm
toss it in
feeling-
the garbage can, Jay. Where's that? Garbage can.
It's chocolate mix is all it is.
Oh yeah, whatever.
I know that's the original recipe. Is it supposed to be a little
I got
bit sweeter?
Here.
It's probably because Rick died. It wasn't really a thing.
Yeah.
So we come storming into this room, real quiet, peaceful, like.
Indeedy. And as you arrive into this chamber, like I said, you see the banners.
What do we find behind the alcove, behind the banners?
Oh yeah, thank you. Oh shit. Oh my god, traded body.
Okay, cool, Mr. Peter.
Oh yeah, totally scrambled me.
Yeah. Everyone starts just going to sleep.
Yeah.
Gotta digest now.
Weaker still in the room.
Still
Yeah.
succulent, but not too sweet.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Right. Okay. Okay. So looking in behind the alcoves, what you notice are an identical statue on either side, or almost identical. What you realize is that the first one is, both of them are a statue of a humanoid doing this sort of thing, kind of glory be to the sun style, and surrounded.
Praise the sun.
And surrounded at about waist height is surrounding him at about waist height is a bunch of what look to be small frog people. They're smooth skinned, not quite grunt, a little taller.
Is it like a sieve thing they're doing?
And you notice that all of them, as opposed to a phrase, have the triangle.
They're summoning a spirit bomb.
Oh god.
Give me your energy.
That's all I thought about.
And as that happens, you hear a arc of electricity come from within the chamber. The barrels of floating, the barrels of floating hydrocephalate sit calmly aside, just bobbing ever so slowly up and down nearby you. And you realize that you're not hearing those ones, but you're hearing something coming from beyond the chamber. And you see another flash of light as you realize something is shimmering off the black surface.
Can I make a history or nature? I'm pretty sure I know what those creatures are.
Yeah, no, it's
Either one. History or nature?
history.
14.
You've spent time traveling around and have actually met the Civ. You're not exactly sure what to make of them with a 14, as you did not exactly spend time with them. But you know that they are an influence in the Far Seas. A very quiet and invisible influence, but an influence all the same. As I said, you're not quite sure how deep that influence goes, but you know that it's present and strong throughout the swamps. That said, they are not in any official form of government. Three Trees and Nika's Rest are all driven by the lizards and the bullywugs of the Far Seas.
What are these guys like? Frog people, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they're not grown.
No, their cloacas aren't big enough.
That's right. They have a very tight cloacas.
Yeah, they're not very sexy. The bigger the better.
Can I do an Arcana check on the giant black rock?
So,
As you come towards the rock,
11.
you try to ascertain what it is, looking it over from either side, trying to observe upon the etheric aura that it might be giving up. Try to squint your eyes, see what there's to see, but what you immediately see, instead of all the details you're looking for, is the surface of it shimmering with the waves of etheric, almost electrical energy that vibrate across it. Each time it does, it's similar to what you see when you look through the True Seeing Stone at a portal, is you see threads of etheric energies waving together to create pictures upon the surface of the stone. And for brief moments, you see flashes of images, flashes of scenes from where, when, what, you're not sure.
Can I roll an insight on this guy?
Yeah, by all means. I want to say that as you're watching the Black Rock, you see a scene of a war-torn world. You see a scene of a small chamber. You see a scene of a city courtyard. As you look upon it, you recognize the city courtyard as Three Trees. The True Seeing Stone causes the illusions to disappear from the surface of it, but you see all of the electrical weavings inside the rock as a result. You can see that there's incredible power wafting about inside, and I do mean just wafting about inside it, and then in front of the interior of this thing, you have like the surface where everything just whoosh, and then turns into whatever it is. So you get all this idle magic sitting inside it, and then every so often a thread of it gets pulled in to the surface where it becomes part of the picture. But with a true seeing stone, you don't see the picture, you see that. And then when you take away the stone, you can't see inside the stone, you see the rest of the picture.
Yeah.
So,
There's a little trash can next to it.
that over there. Amidst everything else, the one thing that does stand out is a crystalline sort of barrel. And you see a whole bunch of, just looks to be dirt inside. You're not quite sure what you're looking at, but it is a clear glass, very thick jar. If you were to knock on it, it sounds dunk, dunk. As you look through that, the true seeing stone, the sand inside doesn't quite look the same. It's hard to explain, but it almost looks like it's, how can I put it, twice. It almost looks like every particulate has a twin where it is. If that makes sense.
Like it's doubled up.
What happens if we throw some of it at the?
So it's a sealed glass container, and the top of it is just a giant cork.
Cork?
Yep, cork.
Okay. Delilah will open it.
Are you sure about
I don't care about this character, whatever. Does it kill her? No, does it kill? I don't care about that. Does it kill her?
it? Open it. I step up.
No? Okay, never mind. Delilah's going to step back. Someone else check it out. That window? How far away is the crowd? Delilah's going to lean out to get a better look. Like, lean right out. Do I make an acrobatics check? Come on, do I make an acrobatics check? Come on. Oh, I'm going to fail that. You didn't roll. I'm going to fail that.
Remember, you get a +2.
I don't care.
Oh,
So
you're
yeah.
+2?
Delilah rolls up to the
First
thing and grabs a hold of the cork. It's a big cork. It's hard.
you're within-
She kind of like looks around and says, "Stand back."
Yeah. Roll me an athletics.
Ooh, 18. -1, I believe.
That's funny, actually. But yeah.
Oh, acrobatics? Or no, athletics. Athletics minus
To
1.
her own surprise, she pulls the cork off. And as you do, the sand immediately does nothing.
Okay, she's gonna grab a handful of it and throw it at the.
You stick your hand in there and it tingles. And you're not sure if it's burning at first, but it doesn't hurt.
I knew it.
But as
I'm
you're holding it,
observing her with this too.
and it's like some of it's sticking to your hand, you toss it, and as it carpets the floor here, it shimmers, and you watch as some of it attaches to the bottom of the flat.
Is it blue?
How does it react?
It actually just solidifies in sequence, like it's creating a path almost.
And then what? And we could see images throughout this whole thing as it
It's still
attaches.
flashing, yeah. The
Do I
images are
see?
still
Do I see
flashing.
images on the new piece that just attached?
So like black sand to a magnet kind of deal.
Well, should we put some more on there?
I don't know, man.
Can I go have a listen near this trapdoor and see if that's where the sounds I heard were coming from?
You may. And as you walk away from the black rock, you realize that the noises are coming from the black rock.
Oh, they are.
As you look back towards it, you realize what you're hearing is the noise from each of the scenes.
Does it look like present day?
It's hard to say. Throw me history, actually, and you can throw me history as well.
I will give you a bardic inspiration to use on your history check.
So I get to roll.
I think someone's trying to pass you in there.
I got a nat 20.
What? What's my weight? Oh yeah.
He doesn't want any more. So.
History 11. What is the inspiration do for me?
I think it's a D8.
Well, we all have. Everybody has bardic inspiration.
Oh, already? Okay.
Which
Well, I will
Which
do
is what? What do I do?
They all have
extra
died in.
D8 check.
Bless you.
Thank you. Just drugs, you know.
So 14 history.
Okay.
I got a nat 20.
Could I roll
Nice.
religion instead?
As you're looking upon it, you recognize some of the scenes, like I say, from the City of Three Trees, or you know that portion of the river. You remember passing by there, or you remember when you were overlooking that particular cliff on your way here.
Or that dragon's dead body was right there.
Yeah, exactly. You recognize scenes that are flashing by.
There's our house.
As you focus in with a nat 20, you recognize that there's another layer to the noises that is constant, whereas the immediate sounds that everyone else is hearing change with the images. You can actually hear a sort of underlying whisper almost a chant that is repeating itself. And as you focus in on it with a nat 20, you can make an Arcana check. But otherwise, you immediately ascertain that it's definitely in a loop, the chant.
I'm gonna use my guidance on that.
Use my bardic inspiration, I get it.
D8 on D4.
As long as we're in free open mode, everybody always has a bardic inspiration. Because I can
Oh, and I rolled
continuously
1 on both of them.
reset myself.
So that's and 12.
Alright?
What was that
I used my inspirator, my guidance, and my bardic inspiration.
So you can absolutely hear that the chanting is looping. You're not quite sure what it's saying, but you can tell enough that it is chanting arcanic phrases, and you assume, from what you can kind of glean, that it's most likely to do with whatever you're seeing. The chanting, you figure, is programmed to keep the enchantment going.
Can I roll history to see if I can rack my brain to remember anything at all between the Ozrins and the Grandgardens, like history, any whisperings I might have heard over the years, any scrap pieces of like our own history that maybe I didn't put 2 and 2 together because on its own it's useless, but
Yeah, right.
recalling them all and putting them together maybe make some kind of an answer or insight or something.
And I want to rummage through them boxes.
You can throw me history, and you can rummage the boxes, that's fine.
What do I find?
Well, I mean like more about
That was the
this
sand
thing.
that they threw there, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then you guys haven't inspected these.
That's what I was asking about.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, I'm just
Sorry.
thinking about like this thing or
Because I was like, what's that
anything
right next to
black
the stone?
sand, stuff
Right.
like that.
Yeah, sorry.
So fair enough.
I can see that that's sand, yes, but
Yeah. So that's where the sand came from. But these things, each of them, that music is wrong.
I got it from
That is the wrong fucking music.
Oh, look at that. Couldn't see that.
Each of those seems to have inside it a canister under a little shield that you're seeing there. As you peer inside, you can see it's a little canister, and it has a spike through the top. There's a handle. It looks like that's attached to the spike. So you'll see like this, like this, like this, like this.
Does it look like the big jar of sand goes right there and punctures through and uses it as fuel?
So there's a hinge here, and this handle looks like it goes up, and the spike would go with it to pull it out of the container. But the container itself is a little metal can.
It's empty.
I just worked here.
Does
it feel
does it sound
empty?
hollow?
Excellent question, and yes.
Does sound hollow.
Yeah, and also when you do that, this whole thing shimmers like TV static. Like if you knock the TV to get it to like find its signals.
So it's running on fuel, kind of, something like that.
I wonder if it
Seems
runs
to be.
on the fuel from the canister or if it runs on the fuel from the sand. Do I have any insight on that?
Passive insight, you're not sure because you can't see any residue around the canisters. And what's your history?
There's none of that
History
double
was 21.
sand.
Okay.
So like black sand.
You
or
immediately
awesome
recognize the
sand.
sigil and think to yourself that this is probably some sort of event. And from what you've seen so far, you're assuming that your family had something to do with the Ozrins. You're not sure what to make of what you're seeing with the signatory of the Maester of Magic situated on the banner, with the evidence clear from the previous location about, or sorry, not the previous, but the, I'm trying to think, the place where you'd gone, where you'd seen that.
The map.
Well, there was the map, and then there was magics that were similar to what your family had. And, long and short, you're starting to realize that your family has something to do with the Ozrins, but you don't see any prevalent signs that that they were associated with them in any
And I don't
meaningful
remember
fashion.
hearing anything in passing back home over the years like black sand or anything like that.
No, nothing like that. You've never seen anything quite like this.
And then do I see anything interesting in them boxes?
Right. So as you look into the box, I was thinking, you actually see more of those cans. You see there's a press machine tucked in behind here that's looking like it's meant to put the tops on the cans. And you find this burnt box amidst them. And what you notice as you look inside is little crystallized bits of blue residue. And as you look over towards the hydrocephalate canisters that are just sitting there, you can see the little bits of residue that are forming at the corners of the capsule's lid as the blue goo just sits there idly awaiting its fate.
It becomes explosive sand. That's very sick.
I knew it. I was like, that's
The fox man tells true strategy.
Is that all I find?
I was
in
just
the
like,
box?
that's probably fucking like, what do you call that? The diatomaceous earth and fucking nitroglycerin.
May I
TNT,
stealthily try to
baby.
check the trapdoor to see if anyone is above or what's
It was
going
sharp
on
like
there?
glass.
And then
because
is that
a horse
all I
standing
find in
on
the
it and
box?
was enough to
Right,
cut
sorry,
through the popcorn
You also
to
sorry.
make him bleed.
19.
You don't hear anything in the trapdoor, and you find also
Incredible.
after you've torn open everything else, there's one box situated underneath the pile. It was all cans, similar to what you found in here. Press thing, lids, and the burnt box, and then finally the last box. You find inside. Oh. I can't remember which one of these edition is. Are these what is it? Oh my God. In the last box, you find chiseling tools and a couple fragments of what look to be similar in quality and makeup to your current seeing stone. But they're not as fashioned, not as polished, or rather not as fabricated for use. They look like off chips, just old fragments.
Do they work just the same?
Do they work? No, not like your true seeing stone. You realize that they don't have any, like I said, they haven't been fabricated anyway. The portal sits, flashing away its various images as you finish looking through the last box, finding those bits of chips.
And it leads to 3 trees, that image.
For a moment before it flashes to like a war-torn countryside, and then it flashes to a scene overlooking the horizon of the far seas, and then it blinks to a mountain pathway, and you see a bunch of trolls walking along, and then it flashes to a riverside where you see fish jumping out of the water.
Well, should we get some of
Let's go
that
fishing.
some of that stuff out of our tanks and put it into a can that we can put into that can so that we can make that wall do something, or do we just go through?
Do we want to check out the trapdoor first?
Yeah.
So, like I said, you don't hear anything, and it doesn't
Because
seem
we're
to be
supposed to
locked.
bring
You're
the
seeing the
keys.
keyhole, and so this trapdoor actually has like a latch, and then it has a keyhole next to it. The keyhole you can see clear through, and the latch here on this side actually moves a bar. So you're assuming that it has the same mechanism on the other side.
Do I see through the keyhole sky, trees?
Oh, through the keyhole you see actually a skylight, I would say. You can, as you're looking through it, see it's got bars across it.
Well, I don't know.
Anybody got anything tiny that can go through there?
Can I try to
Are we
open it?
still in the anti-magic zone, or we're not
No,
anymore?
we're
Right?
not anymore.
So I could summon Itsy Bitsy to go through.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Summon them away.
You do a quick. Oh, actually, where's my sound? Damn. Totally forgot that. Sound is on. Sound is on. Swear to God, it's on. As you walk over towards the door, you start summoning forth Bitsy. And are you opening it, or are you waiting for?
I'll wait for the spider.
In Itsy comes, popping into existence, and heads over towards the door. I'm assuming you guys stand back as she goes through.
Of course.
She pulls the handle and pushes the thing up, and rises up into the chamber beyond. As she no, wrong way. As she flutters away out of view, you looking through her eyes are shown what looks to be a large amphitheater space up overhead. And as you're looking around, you can see clearly that there is a skylight, a big domed one. And from what you can tell, there's seating all around, and you're in kind of like I said, it's an amphitheater, and you're on the stage.
Okay.
So under a stage.
The Itsy Bitsy relays all that.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
From what you can tell, it's actually it was like nighttime with you guys,
You do? No, you played
so you can see the moonlight out there, like stars and whatnot.
You came here at days, you're not nighttime now.
I have a word.
No, hang on a second. Yeah, you guys came here at
We
noon.
should start that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's only been like an hour. So yeah, it's clearly day outside. Yeah, thank you. You guys, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we had the fight outside, and then we had the fight inside, and we've been running around doing stuff. So yeah.
When you say
Does-
amphitheater, is this like a medical amphitheater?
Good question. Can you go up there to have a look? It certainly would seem like that sort of thing.
So is it like medical amphitheater or like Coliseum?
Yes. It's like a Colosseum style medical theater. You can see that there's all sorts of tools and whatnot on this curving wall that sits at the back of the place. There's a bunch of seating surrounding, and there's a large gate on the second floor over there. Do you hear me? So Itzy can see a large gate on the second floor over yonder. You'll be coming out of the trap door on the first floor, which is in a little Colosseum area. There is a portcullied gate, I guess like right about here-ish.
Students are all watching.
And I don't see anybody. It's empty.
There's
just
beds. There's like operating tables.
Bodies?
There's no bodies. There's operating tables. There's it's very clean. It's a marble floor up there. The amphitheater walls are all a sort of polished stone that goes up for about 3 stories in this space, up to the domed skyline. The skyline itself, I should also mention, has a lot of vinery covering it, and it's providing as much light despite nearly being covered, it seems. You would imagine that wherever you are is really, you can see, buried by history.
Is there like so if it's very clean, there's probably no dust tracks on the floor or anything like that?
There are no tracks, but there's dust.
Okay.
Just slowly caking in. You can see like water's dripping in through some places overhead where
So-
vines and such have burst through the ceiling.
It looks like it hasn't been used in a while.
Hasn't seen life in a long, long time.
Like from The Last of Us.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
With those cans that are in the boxes, would I be able to run back and build them up in the place where we build up the other canisters?
Maybe. I mean, I just work here. You want to try that?
I could run back, get us some stuff, and maybe use this door.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Okay, so what is it you want to do?
Grab some of the cans and quickly run back. 2 cans? 2 cans, Sam's, or whatever I can carry. Put them on the thing, and then try and pull the lever.
So, just to be clear, you're taking these into like where you filled these barrels up?
Yeah.
Right? You do so. You find that they don't fit in the same space. Well, they don't fit there, no.
Alright, I'll run back.
It doesn't take long. You guys watch as he's walking through the portal and walks across the whole of the chamber. As you walk over there, of course, you feel like the sudden absence of any magical presence. And then as you come back through, you feel, all of your scales kind of shiver and start to sweat again.
That's a cool feeling.
With that said, though, you come back without any additional hydrocephalate with you. But did you guys want to do anything else? Is there anything else specific that you guys want to do?
Do we have any way to get the hydrocephalate out of that canister and into the cans? Or is it the sand that we want to put in the tank?
I want to see if we can try the sand.
Alright. Can I fill some of those
Sorry,
cans
what?
with sand?
Yeah, let's try the sand.
Sure. You take the sand out and you start to pour it into the can, and you realize that you don't even have enough sand. Or sorry, you have just enough sand in that to fill up one of those cans. And as you look at the sand in the can, and did you guys take the cans out from underneath the?
No.
Okay. Did you want to take the old ones out?
Yeah, may as well.
Lila
Very
should.
carefully.
Hey there, Delilah, look at those cans.
Did you do a trap check? No. You're gonna do it? No checks. Just grab it. Just grab it. Barehanded. Yeah. In fact, I stripped down and grab it with my pussy.
I'll roll for perception to check them over before taking them.
Yeah, we can
That's
do
right.
a little inspection first. Yeah.
I mean, passively speaking, your investigations.
sweating?
My
They're not.
perception's
And I want to say, when you were looking it over, you
Oh,
saw
my
all of the
passive is
mechanism
even
of it, but you didn't notice anything that was that immediately revealed itself to be threatening in any way.
Volatile?
Yes, thank you, volatile. Sorry?
I mean, my passive is even higher. It's 15.
No, that's what I was saying. Your passive perception and investigations and such leads you to see that there's nothing immediately threatening.
Oh,
with
okay.
this.
Yeah, then I guess we'll pull it out.
Yeah? Everything's
So there's like a pin that's supported by a handle above it.
It seems to be, yeah. Just the pin and then the handle, and it looks like if you pull the handle, the pin comes out.
So could, in theory, you tie a little bit of silk rope to it and then pull it from a little ways back?
No, because there's not enough room to. When you pull the handle up, it'll go up into the top of the base.
And if
Into
people
the
are
top of
actually
that.
regularly working with this contraption, it wouldn't make sense for it to be dangerous to just open it. Can I check to see if it's like, if it has anything in it at all, or if is it like completely empty?
Well, he already knocked on it and saw it was empty.
Oh.
Canister. Yeah. Anybody?
So just go for it.
I feel like exploring the amphitheater upstairs. Might be some healing potions or something like that.
Okay. Meanwhile, Delilah, cranks up the thing.
Yeah.
You pull the pin out of the can, and the can simply comes loose and rattles around a little bit. It's about yay tall. Yay rotund.
I take the one that I filled and put the lid on it, and do the thing, and get it all good.
What, the one that you filled with the sand?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to mention that if you look in the empty canister, you see a bunch of blue residue around the edges of the inside of it, just basically caking the walls like a thin sheen, crystallized.
Like what we had building on.
Okay, well that's probably what it needs to be. Yeah. Let's just go with that. Let's not pour the sand in.
I'm still gonna save the sand.
That might just fuck it up. Something still like.
So do we see it? Looking at my tube and looking at the cans, do we see any way to make the goo in the can?
You don't seem to see anything around here that would clearly be a transference tool or a way to tap.
It's not like it's how to take it vacuum truck stuff.
Yeah, no, nothing like that, unfortunately. As you're checking out the amphitheater, you notice amidst all the various tools, one particular thing that stands out as an odd hula hoop looking sort of ring that's hanging there. So the ring itself is about the size of one of the hydrocephalate barrels. And what catches your eye is that it's got an inner ring to it that's rather. So actually, you know what? I'll draw it. It's basically like a thick frisbee, as such, and then it's got latches at the sides, as such, and then finally right here, it's got a little bit of a sleeve that's rising up.
Like a hose receptor?
Almost. It looks like it's definitely meant to receive something, and then this would be like a base for it. You don't know why it stands out to you, but you can see a bunch of blue residue glistening off the inner ring.
Like these?
It looks like this is about the same radius as one of these barrels.
Do you see a hose anywhere? Or I'm not.
No, but you do see that bit. It's actually just sitting there leaning against the wall.
Just another fill station?
It's not hanging. It's just.
It's leaning there, like it was used at one point and then just kind of forgotten to be put away.
That's probably useful if it looks like it fits one of those barrels.
You mean like a hose or something still?
I don't know.
See anything that looks like a hose that would
Do you
come
take
out?
them the thing?
It's easily manageable by myself.
Yeah, it's probably about 15 pounds of metal. And the inner piece, the little receiver port, if you will. I want to say that this thing's only about yay thick. The center sleeve is about yay. And then it's got a little bit of leather at the edge, at the rim to help whatever goes in there have a snug fit. And then it's clearly got latches that clamp up over on the inside sleeve and then clamps on the outer rotunda. So these clamps go down, these clamps go up.
Yeah. Okay. We don't even know what this portal is. I mean, yes, I'll take it downstairs if I'm able to.
Okay. The moment you guys see the ring and the moment you see the cans, you realize the cans are the same size as the inner piece here.
Fit on. But what's the purpose of this portal? It seems like it just flashes to random locations.
It does seem to just jump around for some reason. Yeah.
It seems like it needs to be powered.
Needs more fuel. Is it gonna stop going to random?
Oh, sorry. I want to say that when you guys raised up the needle, it ceased.
Totally
Sorry, I
stopped.
forgot to throw that in there.
Well, maybe it's just like showing you glimpses of where it can go.
Was it a shitty infomercial?
Does this?
Everybody checking between the
I won't be
cushions.
undersold. Yeah,
Everybody checking between the cushions. I'll find a remote.
yeah, right.
Like, it's a multi-gate, and it goes to multiple one-way
This
gates.
is, yeah.
Fucking slap chop guy.
But where do we need to take these? We need to take
Yes,
these
sir.
bastards to Tycho as soon as
Who
we
the
can.
fuck was it?
Well,
Something May. Billy Mays.
ones?
No, that's not the slap chop.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But Billy Mays is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy Mays is dead.
That's Mighty
But
House.
then the other one is for us.
We've got like
Right.
7 of those. We've got like a bunch of those.
It's
things.
that case, actually.
Mushroom
Where's
over.
that one?
Yeah, that's your bit of time. So we beat the shit out of him. Jail.
Fucking hell, it is your life.
Did you ever watch
Right.
College
My
Humor?
stone that transports back to
It's him
the
in jail doing infomercials to the prisoners.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
So that's your channel. Literally where
But we can always
go.
just get paged to get picked up, right?
Yeah, we have like 5 of those pages. So can we get paged, send the tanks through? Okay, there you go. And then that mission's pretty well done. And we'll just continue on for fun, right? So was I hearing that right? That these things become more unstable as time goes on?
Sorry?
The
The portal?
no, the contents of the tanks. I never heard that. So
I don't
you
need
guys
to.
end up before we're going. I heard something about
Don't
good
get
ideas.
That's a great idea, though. Yeah.
Ah,
You want to write that down? Becomes unstable. You know what? Nuclear, right? Yeah. it's a good
So
idea.
we take
Good
that.
thing. Whoa! I didn't say fucking nuke. I said TNT.
Uranium.
You gotta step back.
Yeah, you guys are getting cancer, man. This is gold. Thank you.
Does it look like that thing just goes on the tip of the tank and we're able to like open it up with that? The valve kind
Like
of
if we were to
Like a can of monsters.
put it like this and put that thing on top and open it
It's
up.
actually a can of monsters. Sorry, say again. The top one.
That piece that you're talking about?
Yeah, how about that piece?
Does that go on top of here and then we can get into it?
No, but I like where you're going with this.
That's what I thought it was. I definitely thought it was like a movable valve.
So
Yeah.
might be something like that. I mean, basically, you notice that the cans that go in here, they fit in the center, and this
Oh, I see.
Okay, perfect.
this is
Oh.
the same size as these.
I see.
So we can put that on the big tank and we can build 2 of these little
Connect
cans.
them and fill it up off that big.
Yes.
Alright, let's do it.
Okay, I get it now.
Oh, connect right to it. There.
As you guys go to fit it over one of the tanks, you realize that's not going to work. But
What if I roll
as soon as you
strength?
look at the actual fitment of it on the tray, like basically this tray goes onto the theater tray itself, where you put the canister on,
We'll do
and
one.
then you put the can in.
It's only fair that we do one out of each container then.
So we have
Yeah. amounts in each.
Yeah. Do you want to?
'Cause
What if we crack one? Well,
Orcs aren't going to want to give up.
I will say that again,
Couldn't we just backtrack and just top them up too before we leave?
these cans, these cans are empty and sealed, and to open them, you would have had to like tear them open.
can we do that?
But your residue is situated where the needle comes out. It just like pops out, and a bit of residue is like formed wherever the needle went in.
So you're saying these barrels have bungs?
Bung holes.
Yes,
Very good.
I'm saying they're hardcore pierced to give them results too. You do it manually.
Well, that's not a bung then. That's just a hole.
Yeah, well, you punch them in. Right?
Once they're shrinkers?
This the
You mean
barrel?
the Dune 2 popcorn basket?
Can I go back up into the? Is there any other exit out of the
Such a
upper
popcorn
level?
bucket
of that
topper?
place?
Is there a window?
Any other?
Looks like it's
Or is it just a
there's
closed
little-
room?
You reach
up
your
above?
hand in.
No, so there's
It's-
they're on the
it's
second
sandworm,
floor.
but it
So
looks
when you
like-
come out of the trapdoor, you're in a rotunda.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first floor.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of gurneys and shit like that.
That was
There's
the meme of
a portcullis
Fridge
door.
one.
Like if you come out the trapdoor, there's a portcullis door over here, and you can see a set of stairs that go up. And you can see there's a ladder actually in the darkness over yonder. And then finally, if you stand on your tippy toes or jump onto a crate, or instantly you can see this, is a set of double doors, arched and glorious looking, yonder on the second floor, leading into the amphitheater proper, the viewing area proper.
Looks like somewhere that was very ornate once upon a time.
Now, I also want to mention you can, you look around this place and it looks like a fully stocked medical lab basically on the one side. And there's just all sorts of various tools there, like I say, workbenches and sorts. This place is basically like part medical bay, part, amphitheater, part laboratory of some sort.
There's no potions or medicine anywhere.
I want to say that if, passively speaking, you do see that there is a lot of empty bottles around, organized here and there. The place is not The place is not a mess. It's just whatever they were doing here last, it never got cleaned up. But you can see a lot of old bottles, empty bottles sitting around. Oddly enough, like I say, no bodies, no stains of any sort, no tracks. But yeah, you just see empty bottles. You see old bandages, a lot of fabrics and stuff folded up or littered around. The fabrics that you see, I should say, those have various stains on them. Some crusty blue, some crusty blood. And aside from that, I would say, yeah, the floor is relatively clean. Again, the place is more or less immaculate. If you go nearby some of the gurneys, though, like if you're really giving the place a once-over, you go near some of the gurneys and you can see a couple stains, like droplets of blood, old and crusted, long dusted over on the marble floor nearby where these gurneys are left.
What does your little magic eye see?
I don't know.
I guess we're not technically up.
I'm not even up there,
solving
it's just
this.
Yeah.
I'm
You
looking
guys are doing everything good.
I'm
You're up
pumping
there,
stuff
kind of
in
like
the stuff.
strumming idly and looking around at the place and
Pulls out
looking
a
at
glass.
this, checking that out. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Itsy Bitsy's gonna crawl all the way up and see if she can get a view from outside.
That's fair. Itzy does so and can tell that you are in what looks to be a bit of a valley. And about the only thing you can see is quite literally the foliage-covered mountainous surface that is kind of crusting around the place yonder. If she looks this way, she just kind of sees an overarching tree that's hanging over top, possibly growing out of whatever is burying this place. But Itzy could invariably crawl out of here altogether and get outside and check the place out if she wanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where do we ultimately want to go? Where do we want to go right now?
Very good.
You're watching as Itzy crawls out through the ceiling, and Itzy checks out the place. And from what you can see, as she does so, the mountain keeps going up this way, and the tree is humongous. And you are definitely buried under some sort of landslide. And this skylight, as Itzy pulls out, is basically like a little glass broken eye peering up through this cavern that is basically just over time, whatever landslides are slowly burying this place, right? And as you continue to clamber up and up and up and up, you can hear chirrings and scrabblings of various carrion crawlers and God knows what sort of monstrous insects around the area. The moisture and darkness of this place becoming ever so foreboding all around as Itzy realizes just how deep in this pit you are. But as you continue to crawl up and up and up, you get to the point where you break a side of the tree, you can see beyond it. And you can see Iron Claw situated a distance away. Its massive spire, iconic against the horizon. You can see 3 trees beyond that. And from what you can see, you're situated at the most far western point of the Far Seas. As you look upon here, you also notice there's a shimmering sort of light, or a shimmering in the light, leading from here towards Iron Claw in the distance. It's hard to explain, but as you look upon Iron Claw in the distance, you can almost see like a rippling little bit of like a heat wave coming from the Iron Garden all the way to where you are situated. You don't feel anything, as you can see, but it's unmistakable.
Very interesting. Well, Itsy comes back and shares what she saw with everybody.
Yep. Meanwhile, you guys in the canisters and the base. So you got this thing, you got a can in it.
Did it work?
I don't know what you're doing with it. You got stunk in there. It fits perfectly.
I'm gonna put it on with the thing on it.
You know that these don't fit onto these.
Okay. Where did they
But sorry,
So the hoop doesn't fit on that?
it doesn't fit on one of the barrels now.
Okay. It doesn't. And the smaller can fits in the middle one.
That's right.
So where's that hoop look like it fits?
We need to go back to the source.
Ooh, yeah.
Small
okay.
cans don't fit in the source though.
But
With the
that
adapter
adapter
thing.
that adapter might be.
Oh, with that thing, maybe
Yeah.
it will. Yeah,
All right, let's grab some cans and go back.
As you make your way back, you note that it actually has spots for the clamps. As you realize those aren't decorative, and you stunk the whole plate into place, it just rattles and falls into spot. The canister fits in, the clamps easily lock into place one after the next. And as you pull a lever for this apparatus, he watches the canister is actually pushed up further against the mechanism, meeting up with the hose as it falls down and stunk, fits over top one of the open cans just perfectly.
Thanks.
As you hear,
How big are these cans? As my character, would I be able to carry 2 in one?
Easily.
So I'll have 4. I'll fill up 4.
sure.
2 sets of 2. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Pick mine up.
So you have 4 of them, but you don't have lids on them.
Yeah, but but I can still carry them pretty level. Okay. I'll make a nice, careful way back. Be like,
Athletics check.
okay. Athletics.
See how graceful you are.
Can I run in to help him stabilize it?
Stabilize what?
15.
You can help him carry some canisters so he's not having to carry 4 of them.
Yeah.
So he's not like potentially spilling and
Yeah.
stabilize
I'm just
the
behind him.
Sure, what'd you roll?
15.
15? If she's taking 2 off you, that's perfect. Carry them back just fine.
Perfect. We put the lids on. One at a time.
So how do you put the lids on?
Put it in the machine, put the lid on it. Put the thing.
Lid, yep. Each canister lid just comes down on top. Gives a nice satisfying boom sound as it seals in. Cranks the edges down. And sorry, what was?
We rolled this in.
When the both of you do this, you've now got 4 of these cans of the hydrocephalate filled up and ready to go. The cans themselves, you realize, don't have any arcs coming off them, are rather inert and just heavy with fluid. But they don't, I should say, for the fluid that's filling them up, it's rather goopy and has fluid completely. It just feels solid. It doesn't feel buoyant in any way. As opposed to these, which are floating.
Well, I'm gonna give the 2 full cans to Nesty. Put it in your bag, hold them.
How big are these cans?
2 of them? Not bad.
Oh, yeah, those 2.
And then we'll take the other 2, let's put them into place. And then push the lever down.
One after the next, you watch the needles punch into the cans. And the moment this happens, there's arcs of blue energy that increasingly crackle off of the little metal protrusions on either side of the black. And as the black surface, a moment later, starts to coalesce with an image upon it. The image of a face who looks out towards you, blinking confusedly. And after a moment, you recognize it's a male figure who pulls away from the stone. And as he looks around as if he's staring through some sort of scope in upon you, you see his mouth move. And a moment later, me? Can you hear me? There. Are you there? Is this real? The voice steadies out, the crackling ceasing slowly as the signal, you would say, becomes solid. The old man looks upon you, his bald head, his liver-spotted pate, and his wrinkled eyes giving away years upon years of experience. He's human-looking, but aged beyond any human comprehension. He doesn't look dead, but his skin is mottled and gray and
Really thin.
really, yeah, he looks like a skeleton with skin stretched over it.
Can we tell where he is?
He seems to be, well, no, actually, oddly enough, it's blurry. Like somebody is on a Zoom call and has their background blurry.
And when I look through this, I just see the essence of magic.
You do, and what's more is you actually see the essence of magic very strongly coming off of these batteries powering this whole surface.
Could he hear us?
Yeah.
As
You can hear him.
Can I telepathically feel him?
no, you can't actually, but what you can do is absolutely hear him, and if anybody speaks back,
I will say greetings and salutations, good sir.
it is true. Someone is there. Who are you?
We are the bravest adventurers in the whole land.
Who might you be?
I am.
Let me play you a tale. You get a little arrow with him.
10 hours later.
Go ahead. Yeah, who are we? Yeah, I like this guy.
It's about time we should have a name.
As he looks upon you, he says, "I should think So, I am a memory. I am Eldemar Osrin, and I am very confused as to who you might be.
What year are you?
He raises both eyebrows and says, "Ha ha! Now that is the right sort of question, my little green friend. And you, all of you, such the ragtag bunch, is this a sign of our efforts? Is there truly peace, finally, in that accursed place? Is my son safe?"
I'm gonna use
Probably not.
deception to assure him that everything is quite fine on this side.
Yeah, we
Roll it.
probably want to just subtly hide any like earring garden symbols we might have.
Can I
Well,
roll
Plus that
history?
back.
Literally puts
15.
all of us in the bunch.
Can I roll history? And
Yeah, can I as
see
well?
if I recognize him as the patriarch of the Osmond family.
Of the patriarch of the Osrin family?
Yeah.
100%.
Because, sorry, I speak for we don't know who he is, right?
He actually said his name is Eldemar Osrin.
Oh, never mind.
But you might not know. I mean, I don't know. If you're looking at your phone, it might be in there. Tell me, then.
What's his name? What about
Damn it.
Eldemar?
Eldemar, yes. So Eldemar Osrin looks upon you guys. From where he is, you're not quite sure. But you, as I said, the background's kind of blurry and it almost comes into like being at times, but you're almost thinking it's shifting the way that the images were before. What you're seeing, from what you can tell, whether you have the seeing stone or not, is there and real, and yet not, if that makes sense. It's not a pocket dimension. It might be a recreation.
It's like an AI, almost.
Almost.
What year?
My deception was 15.
Yes, you did. Very good. You give him a quick reassurance. All is well. And, I don't know what story you want to.
Soon to be better. Thanks for asking.
We all holiday at the Eris Castle, and everyone goes to Three Trees for donuts afterwards. Sorry, you asked when is he, and he says, "As I assume my time would have been years." He thinks for a moment, and you can see his old eyes flickering as he tries to ascertain. It was my birthday, and it was 1374. No, that's not right. 1424.
What year?
You guys are about
a whole century.
you guys are about 60 years ahead. So you guys are 14.
So the Osmonds
So
have
he's
only
like
been
in
Fourteen
gone.
ninety odd?
The Osmonds have only gone like 60 years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it
Or
was like eight.
Nearly 100.
I thought it was like 8. Okay.
No. He's old, but
I'd like to ask him who did this to him, like who imprisoned him here.
Is he like a memory state? Like
as he looks back and forth towards you. I don't know who you are to ask these questions, but I am not here any longer. This is merely a recording of myself, an imprint of what I was upon this station, such that my kin and friends could visit and benefit from my knowledge.
What
It's
was
a shame.
this
I was
place?
just about to ask if he had the T on.
It's fucking Superman's dad.
Have you had what,
If
sorry?
he had the T on.
Oh, yeah.
And for a chin wag.
Yeah, he actually gives a giggle at this, and he kind of steps back from, I guess, the camera.
It's the one where
and
he
like a
actually
tea
discovers the
manifest there. He
Fortress of
says, "Don't mind
Solitude.
if I do," and he like picks the tea kettle out of wherever it's like pours into a manifest
That actually
tea
might have
cup, and you kind of get the
Superman
picture
too.
that this is thoroughly going to be what
Or was it
what you
three
imagine
when
was just
Solid?
all recreated on
I
the
don't
fly
remember. It's been a
based
while.
on whatever this guy imprinted in this crystalline structure.
What was this place?
Is he Whisper's dad?
As
I assume.
do you ask him?
Yeah.
Do you ask him like that? Do you say whispers, Dad?
He's such a
No, what
rascal.
was Whisper's name?
I don't know.
So the moment you say, are you Whisper's dad? He actually starts just getting glassy, staring down at you guys. My son's name was Erebor. He starts streaming down the eyes.
What was it?
Erebor.
Hey, no offense. He's just such a rascal. I just thought I'd go.
Where is he? Do you have news of my son?
Yeah.
His voice is raspy and echoing across the whole of the place.
He's about in the swamp with a good friend. He is safe. Don't worry.
You can roll me deception. Actually, you know what? You can roll me performance on that. You
Okay.
guys do not mind.
Just hanging. Yeah, he's hanging out with his little white mask.
Well, he's with the gods now.
Well, that's why I tell him. He's just hanging out with his little white mask.
So that would be 15.
That's fine. Yeah. He sits rest assured, and as you tell him this, he gives a nod. He always did love the play acts. I remember the times when we go to the theater. What are you doing here? You haven't answered the question. What is it you seek in this place?
Can I roll persuasion to basically introduce myself as the Garden Gardens? We caught wind of some disturbances happening. We came to investigate to make sure all was well.
As you tell him your name, his eyes grow slitted, and he stares at you, and he says, I know of you and your family.
That was a 19.
Interlopers from the far, far west. From so far away did you come and cause such upheaval. Were it not for you, the Foxmantles would never have risen to such power and glory. We were fools to trust you, elves that you are. He simply says this with slitted lips and a thinning, gritted set of teeth.
Alright.
Thinning lips and gritted and increasingly gritted teeth.
And what, pray Lord, was your family doing here, if not the same for mine that will back the occur? Remember, I rolled a 19, and like my whole point is to try to like soothe him into being like, I guess you're okay.
That's fine, but he like I said, he hears your name and clearly doesn't like you. Clearly doesn't like your family. Clearly has something to say about your family's influence. But as you try to curtail him, he eventually chills out and says, "You probably are an ignorant whelp in the coterie of your family's hounds and everything."
Can you tell that she's
That's
half-elf,
rude,
not
sir.
full-elf?
It is cruel and unusual what has happened here. Fates be what they are. But I am pleased to know that there is finally peace here. Now speak again. What is it, pray tell, you are seeking in my place? I know not of you. You are not of my kin. And you come with one of the interlopers of this swamp in your presence.
Interloper.
Are humans not interlopers in the end? They're not native to the swamp either.
Do you say this?
I couldn't simply muse it out loud.
So you say this?
Yeah.
As a yes. At which point, he actually disappears from the view and appears as like a whole bunch of himself, and it's all in one crescendo. He says, "We were doing good, where you suck this place dry!"
All I imagine also to say is like, you interlopers and she's in here, interloper.
At which point, he coalesces back into himself and then is sitting there drinking tea again, ever so calmly.
I mean,
I asked him, what was this
place?
place?
Too, but I'm not gonna say that.
He says, This was but one of many residences we maintained. It was nothing special, but it has a piece of me here, should anybody visit, as you have.
Well, I'm glad to meet you.
And a pleasure, I suppose, all the same. I still do not understand why you were here.
As I said, a chin wag with you, good sir.
This I find hard to believe.
We caught wind of some disturbances of grotesque creatures in this area and came to investigate and make sure all was well. As protection of the realm now falls to us.
He gives a nod at this, a slow nod. He says, I find all of this hard to believe. You tell me that it is at peace, and yet you tell me that it is not at peace. But I digress.
Alright, tell me where the gun to the Phantom Zone is.
He
This is clearly Superman's bed.
he gives a quick shake of his head and
In times of peace, one must control their borders.
looks upon you guys and says, if there are no questions, if there are no answers that I can give you, then I do not need to be here. You do not need my assistance.
I would like to roll for persuasion again to see if I can talk him into divulging what exactly the fuck he's talking about with the tea with my family, because I want to know.
With the tea with your family?
Yeah. Yeah, like the beef he's got with us.
Oh, the tea. Okay, I get you.
Yeah. He's drinking tea.
Yeah, fair enough. Go ahead and roll for that.
You have a bardic inspiration if you want to throw a D8 on that.
You might want to.
Oh, so 17.
Okay.
Wait, I can do this too.
You can't guidance yourself, can you? I don't think so.
Can't I?
Can you?
Oh, I can. I'll check.
I think you can. I'm not sure.
I will check.
I
Well,
just
there's
think
Gate 3 is
Baldur's
fucking
Gate
Yeah.
fucking guides everything all the time.
Yeah, the Shadowheart was my guidance person, and she could use it.
She was over your guidance person.
Yeah.
So that said, as you discuss with him, he says,
Oh wait, so 17. Math 20.
No, math 20.
Math 20.
he says, my beef with the Erlengarden family is quite simple. Were it not for the Erlengardens, the Farfetchers would not have been influenced by the Foxmantles, and we would not have the Farfetcher holes to this day.
Who are the Farfetchers? Fuzzy.
The duck with the celery.
The what?
Or what? Farfetch.
Oh.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
I always like Cubone.
No, the celery.
I was calling Cutie Bone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wearing a crown of skull's pretty cute.
Yeah.
It's pretty metal.
The Farfetchers were a family of illustrious dwarves who had arrived from Citadel Adbar some years prior. They came to us with much industry at their fingertips. We were able to leverage their talents and saw a influence of peace and power wash across the whole of the swamps. As a human family amidst them, it was unlikely that we would see such peace, but we managed it. And the only reason we were able to was for the Farfetchers' ability to bring power to the whole of the swamps the way they did.
Can I roll history to see if I paid attention during my history, my studies,
Sure, yeah.
to remember more about the Farfetchers?
Absolutely.
How did they bring power to the
29.
swamps?
Sorry?
How did they bring power to the swamps?
Excellent question. So you can also roll me history. You have all sorts of stories, but
21.
but you were taught that the Farfetchers are terrible people that did horrible things in this place. How dare they bring that evil up to the surface? It's because of them that this tar is such the problem. Don't you know? Don't you ever humor a Farfetcher, ever! Those dwarves had no business doing what they did. They brought demonic
You went to Nazi school. You're indoctrinated.
Oh god.
Meanwhile,
17 on the history check.
once upon a time there was a dwarf named Draw, and he came with his family from ever so far away to this place, and something like that. And it goes on to talk about, they dug some holes, and there was some black tar, and up it came, and then they went down to California. No, that wasn't their, that wasn't their way. It was out shooting some food.
Beverly Hills don't
Shoot, yeah, it was something like that. Anyway, so yeah, literally, up from the ground came a bubble. Goes something like that, and it quite literally tells the story of the Farfetcher family coming from Citadel Adbar down to the swamps, getting into a tussle with the rulers at the time, who was the Eris family by influence of Cormyr proper. And it goes on to sing about how the swamps separated themselves further from the kingdom, becoming more recognized as a separate land, although it's still part of the kingdom proper. It became, kind of recognized as kind of a satellite state of its own, thusly ruled by the Eris family, and of course 3 trees and Nika's Rest in tandem. With that said,
Do the dwarves still exist?
that's where we get. The story goes on to talk about, in the same fashion as Beverly Hills, they go down to Mallorin's Rest, they go down to the main cities and whatnot, but then get chased out as people come to misunderstand what the Farfetchers had to do with everything and start to believe them to be the cause of these evils that started spilling forth. And so the Erlengardens rose to power in the West as a result of their ability to quell, or so they said, whatever darkness was coming forth as a result of the Farfetcher holes. The Farfetchers were ran out of the cities, their whole family scattered, if not murdered, and nobody knows what became of the few remaining children. But stories go that there was one remaining fellow in Mallorin's Rest once upon a time. That was probably about 2-3 years ago, the last time you heard of him.
So this darkness is like kind of just innate to the swamps, it seems?
Sorry?
This darkness and these evil things are just kind of innate to the swamps? It's always been an issue?
Yeah, the dwarves down at
To quote Lord of the Rings, the dwarves dug too deeply into greedily.
I was thinking about that the whole fucking time you were saying that.
Exactly.
They awoke a Balrog of
They
evil.
Balrog that and then jerked it off and
Three
everything
black
black
Yeah, it was called
But they
Texas.
also got tons of oil. So.
Yeah, it's quite literally. Just a big guy with a 10-gallon hat.
I'm Balrog.
Okay.
It's our old boss from season 1.
So, and does anyone know if the stuff that we have in this barrel is a byproduct of this time?
Hey, Riley?
Rutherford?
I would assume so.
Sorry, Wyndham?
I would assume that's what's in these big jugs is a byproduct or a refinement of the
So-
tar, something like that.
In a faraway place, we watched the hand skulls, and a bunch of crystal scopes pop to life, and we see Mizram's eyes blinking on the scopes. Dastardly, terrible. And the hand's like doing all sorts of gestures as you're thinking and working, and ascertaining hydrocephalates, refined lactose, crystalline, elemental mixture, and like basically for the audience's sake, we just see all the recipe of how hydrocephalate is made go by. As yeah, right. Eh? As Dr. Mizram's just sitting there doing all the actuating and kind of calculating all that. At which point Pinocchio comes over, looks it over. The eyes look up at him, and Pinocchio high fives him.
Nice.
And then stomps off. Camera pans against you guys again as you guys are looking down at the canisters and then at the gateway. And yeah, I mean, what can I say? That's the best I can do for piecing that together for history-wise. He's kind of off, but yeah.
So I guess we'll
should we
take
explore
this
the
stuff
medical
back
theater?
to its destination.
Yeah, should we just use summoning stone? Open a portal?
Yes, I would like to, because if we go outside, we have like the overlook, right?
Itzy's coming back down, eh? And coming down off that overlook, you see amidst the trees several mushrooms popping out here and there, and you see rotted ones next to them. Itzy starts to notice bits of mushrooms falling down, raining, kind of dripping through the skylight as they are trying to cover the tree. And as they cover the tree, you watch as they slowly start to rot, almost immediately having grown out, and drip and fall off down onto the skylight. Their spores splaying up into the space here.
Alright, later, John.
I'm gonna use that summoning stone now.
We should probably get out of here.
Yeah, call the portal.
As you pull that out,
Let's make like a horse's cock and hit the road.
Aldemar suddenly looks around and says, I sense something. Why do I sense trouble? I thought you said there was peace.
She may have been exaggerating.
Peace is so relative.
There's rumblings under the surface, and that is what we're
Oh, I thought you said peas. Peas, yeah, we said
I
peas.
sense much danger. I sense an influence. And you can hear a echoing behind him. And he looks around inside the space that he's in. What have you brought here?
I think we should flee back through the portal and then close it behind us. And that's going to take us to a different physical location.
But then there's no magic.
Only in that space we can still get out.
Where'd that chair go?
Wait, so
I don't think we should linger
Is
here. I
that,
think we need to get the fuck out.
Oh,
So I
there.
want to open a portal again.
Well, that portal over there is
I know.
so was that Cackle?
We're not
It
going to
just
expect
takes
you to
us-
go
this
down.
is-
That's
Was
That was Migma?
in
Yeah.
Should we mix up a bomb and blow this fucking place up before he gets any
Oh
shit
yeah,
from
that's a good idea. So we're gonna hustle the fuck back out through the portal. You're gonna mix up a bomb and leave him a nice gloomy present.
Who,
Then
the
we're gonna
guy
close the door behind us.
in there? The guy in the middle?
No, Jean L, he's collateral. It's fine.
Because we could just pull the fuel
because
canister out.
He's a bureaucrat. I don't respect him.
make a bomb next to that magic can thing that's just been. Both of them should be still pretty. Might amplify your explosion.
Well, that I was gonna mix the bomb with the fucking earth and the sand shit and then the blue shit.
Yeah.
'Cause that makes big kaboom. Fox Mantle style.
I'm not waiting for you to do that though. I'm already grabbing canisters and passing
Yeah, we're getting back out.
into the no magic zone, but we know we can get through there and back out.
But that just takes us out into the forest, basically.
Yeah, and then we can portal our way out.
He's got guys
we
watching.
cannot stay here.
He's got guys watching the door upstairs.
Yeah.
All right, let's roll. What do you think, big guy? I can't remember the name.
Crushed.
Rush. What do you think? Let's go.
Get out of here.
As
I'm
As you
double
guys
check
are
to make sure I
conversing-
don't have haste. Sorry.
We get out of there before anybody gets there.
I do not. Sorry.
So I was gonna say, Aldemar, he has a look of distress on his face, obviously, as everything's happening. And as you guys are watching, actually, spores, you can literally see large, like almost glowing spores slowly wafting down the trapdoor, even at this point.
I ask Eldemar quickly, is there any way to save your consciousness?
He says, "My consciousness is saved. I am not sure what you're asking me."
Can I bring a copy of you with us so you don't get destroyed?
No. This large piece of crystalline tars that we fashioned was to be my home in my absence.
If I were to break a chunk off,
Then I would be less.
Sweet. And I take the bomb of it and I slap it right beside him.
He just looks at it.
It's been real cheap.
As we rush out the
I'll
door.
roll a deception check.
Okay, then as I'm running like back and forth, transferring things, I'm like shouting questions out. Not questions, but like I'm shouting things out. I'm like filling him in with what I know of. Hey, the Fox Mantles blew up your house, by the way. Blah 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 blah.
I'm
When
about
you
to
found it,
annihilate
right,
his
she was,
existence.
she was giant mushroom, yada yada yada. This is everything I know. We want to add anything to fill in the gap, so I actually know what's going on.
Find my son!
He's on a snake.
What do you want us to tell him?
He looks towards you and he says, "Nothing. Find him. Release him.
Do you have any last words for him?
Welcome home, I should think.
How
Find
do
him.
I-
Release him. He is still there."
How do you release him from Dembostra's hole?
He suddenly just lowers his eyes. He is in the spirit hold, if there is such a place. And you kind of think to yourself, and you roll history.
So there's mushrooms coming down.
Can I
And
roll
you
it?
can roll history and you can roll history.
Hey, I'm moving as I'm doing.
Sweet.
What about religion?
You know what? Yeah.
17. I've been doing great at history, but I'm actually not very good at it.
Oh!
Anybody want to inspire
23.
that? Oh, 23.
So, the spirit hold is a place where you will rest, the hold of all that is dear. And he goes on to talk about how your soul will find eternal respite within the bowels of the embrace of the swamps, many fathers and mothers, and how you will forever know growth and everlasting nurture. Meanwhile, spirit hold is no place for anything that is not to be related, and the spirit hold is a place for evils, terribleness that you cannot trust. Anything that has been sucked away into there is corrupted by the swamps. You cannot trust a thing that comes from there. And spirit hold is basically anything that dies in the swamp. Usually goes there. That's what you know.
Like the souls.
So the swamp has its own purgatory, if you will, effectively. And as you piece it all together, religiously speaking, you figure if what Eldemar is alluding to is that Aramar's body is somewhere buried in the swamps. Somewhere in this spirit hole, maybe. If it is a real place as opposed to
So his body could be anywhere in the swamp.
Lost cause.
Yeah, I'm never finding that.
We could find some of his
Except-
personal effects. We could get some.
the spirit hole that you know of with a 21.
23.
23 is why Irrengarten exists, is to keep the spirit hold locked up.
Interesting.
Where do you think all the evil comes out of?
Where the dwarves were digging.
So the Farfetcher holes, there are 4 of them if you recall.
Were they on that map with the?
They were, yeah.
Yeah.
And 2 of those were marked out as, 2 of them were marked out as sources for the blue.
Yeah.
So where we are?
And then,
I thought the blue was Ozarn. Because there were only 2 blue points.
so there was 2 blue points. They were
Yeah.
Osran refineries after a fashion. Right? And one of them was the spot you were in before.
Yeah.
And now you've transported this place. And, excuse me, trying to think if, Itzy was out there. Itzy didn't see the map, so there's no corollary that I can create for you guys.
I mean, I actually did copy the map when we were in that room. A parchment.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Itzy sees this for whatever goddamn reason and actually pieces it together for you guys. And looking at the map, points to Iron Garden or Iron Claw on the map and says, "You guys are here." So Itzy points out that this is Iron Garden, and this is where you guys are. Okay, and this is where that other location was that you guys just transported from.
So we're in the middle one?
That's Iron Claw. Okay. Farfetcher Hole, okay. Spirit Hole. And there was 2 other locations for Farfetcher Holes, and there's the refinery.
We saw locations on a map.
Yeah, these are them. Or sorry, there was
Some of them. There was 2 others than the one we were at.
there was the 4. Now, Itzy saw from Iron Claw there was that heat wave that was coming along to here.
Okay.
A heat wave, sorry?
A heat wave.
Coming from Iron Claw.
Like a etheric connection through the air.
But just that one location?
Interesting.
That was all he saw. Might have been more, but that's all that he noticed.
Well, we're
We'll
going back
keep
to
an
the
eye
other
on
one now.
that.
So, if you're on a map, this is Iron Claw. Okay? Nika's resting 3 trees would be like right here and here. And there's the rivers.
Okay.
Castellaris would be right here.
You said we
Mallorin's Rest would be right about here.
were currently on the west edge of the swamp.
Northwestern. The swamps are like this, and then there's a mountain range after red green.
Okie
So, Spirit Hold / Iron Claw, also a Farfetcher Hole, right? Farfetcher Hole, Farfetcher, and these ones had blue upon them as well. Or sorry, this one had blue, and this one had blue. That's what it was.
All right.
Because this is the refinery that you guys came from.
And we're going back to.
So, yeah. Are we honest?
I already placed the bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been like transporting things back and forth and bringing him and get shit done.
We're bringing the
I'm
drums
like-
of blue.
Fucking hustling. That's
Yeah,
like,
what?
let's
Might
go.
as well.
We're bringing the drums of blue.
The drums?
Yeah.
Now, also, during all this time that you guys have been doing this, the spores are wafting and whatnot. And I want to say that as the spores get in to about here, they actually burn up. They get over towards where the hydrocephalus containers are, barrels, and they get sucked towards it, just burnt in midair. Arc of electricity zaps it, gone.
Well, that's nice. Maybe we should bring those jugs outside. Just for the bodyguards.
Clean it.
Me and you, jetpacks, just sprinkling the fucking.
Like, really?
Let's each get a canister of the can on our backs. Be safe. Then we
Strap it on.
As we were.
get like Super Soaker 5000s.
Well,
Yeah.
should we head on out and you can blow it up if you want to? Maybe
Yeah, and we'll seal the door behind us.
As you're heading away, Bella says, Eldamar says, if you destroy this place, I wish you to know it is the last vestige of my knowledge. Should you destroy this place and walk away, you will never be able to come back. You will never be able to answer any questions.
Yeah, but if I don't destroy this place, Migma's gonna get all the answers and you don't stand a chance.
Migma. What is Migma?
Sigma has a copy of Sigma that has taken over the Mycelium
Sigma.
network.
Sigma Foxmantle.
Irrengarten.
Foxmantle.
Irrengarten.
Sigma. Sigma the elf. Sigma the elven crazy alchemist from Sembia
Yes.
several centuries ago. Fox metal.
He's very good.
Who are the Irregardens you know?
I do believe that there was Tycho. That was about it. He was an upstart in the West.
No brothers to speak of?
I do believe he had some family, but I was not familiar with much of them. They were interested in our work, and I only ever held concert with Tycho once. Fashionable fellow, if I recall. A bit flamboyant, perhaps.
Sigma Irrengarten is my uncle that matches that description exactly.
He raises his eyes at this and says, "You do have a fox metal chin."
Very well. A copy of him was placed into the Swamps Mycelium network, and he has taken over it. He
You can
will
grab both
strip
upstairs,
you of
right?
everything.
Yeah, just go grab it. Sorry, say again? What's that?
Migma is a copy of Sigma that was placed into the Swamps Mycelium network, and he has taken it over.
Who would do this, and why?
That I don't know.
No, it's all good.
Sorry, dude.
We'll promote sharing.
I'm stretching that foot.
Just trying to trip him.
It was not on purpose.
Maybe we shouldn't go on that. But then
Yes.
when do we ever actually go back anywhere?
I mean, I already made the bomb.
I'm sure it'll come in handy.
Could we
I
not
put it in the bag of
remove the
holding.
canister of his
Put
copy
that
and take
ball
it with
tie.
us,
That
and then
thing's
we'll
like-
replace that?
Unstable. Fuck.
I'm inclined to say maybe we should blow it up.
Are we not able to take the canister of his copy with us?
No,
You don't see that there is such a thing.
Is this one bugging anybody?
What?
This bag of chips?
You're good. No, sorry, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's just literally these will pick you guys up really well. This, conversely, because I lean forward, I gotta do something with it, so I pick it up easily. But,
should we flip the coin if
I don't know if that'll help my mic. Sorry?
should we flip the coin if I just leave it alone or blow it up?
Yeah, because honestly, how often do we even go back to places really?
I just
It's
work
the
here.
last week.
Delilah's thinking, she's like, I can live here.
I mean,
Yeah. Especially after you see the fucking
he's
scores
only
getting
copy
zapped,
of
right?
Osrin left, so we should do what we can. Yeah, that's possibly the oldest knowledge in the swamp.
Yeah, we might want to talk to Osmond a bit.
Really? I mean, we've talked to the gods.
Yeah, but you don't have them on speed dial.
We don't have him on speed dial either. He's stuck in a rock.
No, that's true. Not exactly.
Well, Delilah will make the wheel down the port.
Delilah's gonna die.
I don't care at all if this place gets blown up.
So, coin?
It might be an important source of this blue goop, you know what I mean? But,
I'm a little bit.
That's on the other side.
right, that's on the other side of the world.
I will say that, actually, I won't say shit. I just work here.
Delilah says that she'll keep the bomb, and if it looks like the wrong people are going to take control, she'll blow it.
Okay. Yes, sir.
She's gonna stay behind?
Yeah.
But if we take the canisters with us, she won't be immune anymore.
She wants to converse with Osrin and then learn whatever she can over the next little while.
Very well, I notify your contract.
Okay. That's fair.
He's staying in like a secret fortress. Why would contract matter?
What's that?
It's a formality.
Ah, I unhooked the canisters.
I thought we already put him in the bag.
The ones that are in the
He disappears. Aldemar Osrin vanishes from the
The
surface.
spores won't know that. The spores aren't like conscious in a sense of building. They're like swarm mentality. So as long as we disconnect it, it should be safe.
You guys take all the fun out of it. I'm pulling something with this session. That's all I'm saying.
Something gonna go boom. Damn it. Here, what you all doing? Something go boom.
I take the cans out and clean the device so it doesn't have any crap on it. So it's about.
You do so. You mean the canisters that were batterying that thing? Okay. You just kind of dust off the top, I guess, or what?
Like, whatever the plunger thing is, I make it look, but it doesn't do anything. Like, I try and make it look like there's no residue on it to make you think.
Oh, okay.
Clean it
sure.
up a bit.
Good question.
Personally, I think we should blow them up. Also, story-wise, it'd be quite compelling. There's more reasons to do it
Yeah, I
than
mean,
not.
Aaron Garden would want to get rid of the last Ozzy.
Exactly.
No,
You mean the Fox Angels?
I don't
That
want
guy's
Mika
Aaron
to get that information.
Or that guy's
So I took the
Oswald.
canisters out.
He is
Canisters
Ozzy.
stone.
You missed the part where
Oh.
he said Sigma
No, but
Fox
it's
Angels.
not the copy of his consciousness.
Yeah,
Thought that was
but
kind of
I
a
took
dun moment there.
the power to get it running. I turned it off. Took the
Yeah,
power.
but the data is still stored inside.
Yeah, but how would the irony be if I used their own fucking bomb against them? Come on.
I
Come on.
mean, people might say, "Oh, you
Any
Fox
way to
Angels."
take the-
I know the formula now. They're
I asked if there was any way
Fox.
to grab the information. He said no.
I know.
So
Well, not
if
physically.
we can't get the information, then maybe we can.
Physically. Migma is not a physical entity, not really, not anymore.
Yeah, Migma's not a.
Does Krush not have any questions for Osrin at all? Just out of curiosity here. Krush is like, I mean, he has seen some fucking shit in this place. And I mean,
This kid's been inside you,
yeah,
dude. What?
quite literally. I mean, phrasing, but yeah.
Yeah, big time.
I mean, that was intentional, but.
I know what I said. It's staying.
It's important to say.
With my brain is a little bit mushy. I'm
Yeah,
just
that's right. That's
trying
right.
to.
I mean, that's why I'm
I'm
provoking.
so brain dead.
Yeah, that's why I'm provoking.
I'll think of stuff. Some shit. Maybe just continue on a little bit.
Sure.
I don't do well when I get put on the spot. So.
That's fair, brother.
Yeah.
With that said, so Delilah's staying.
I guess I'm
You
not,
shut it down.
guess I'm not blowing it up.
You're leaving a bomb.
That was my
Are you gonna
understanding.
stay?
Oh, the bomb was made.
Yeah.
It seems like this would be a good off ramp for Delilah.
But are you going to be saving the spores?
Probably not.
Judging that they get zapped every time they come near the hydrocephalate.
But we're taking it with us.
Yeah, but there's more in this place. So
Oh.
Delilah's going to invariably do something about it, I'm saying.
Yeah, he's got 2 punctured containers.
That's true too.
Or she.
So there are solutions, at least in theory.
Okay.
With that said, does
I thought it was
Delilah
like
reactivate
impossible
Osrin?
to-
Yeah, we deactivated him.
No, I'm saying does
Eventually.
she reactivate him? Okay, that's
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That said, she's staying behind, and you guys are moving on. And you guys are going back through
We
the
go
portal
through
door,
and then up the stairs quick.
and you guys head back up. That's fair.
And then as soon as we get out, we push the beep beep back to town button.
You guys do so. You guys all get back up to the surface. Krush's tribe is sitting there waiting for you all.
Yeah.
And
Someone's one.
Hassan's one.
Do you care
Krish
to join us
delivers
to
the news.
Arengard?
What?
Do you care to join us to Arengard?
Where
Where are you going?
Well, this was the main goal at the moment.
Krush has achieved what he came to do.
Yeah.
He just has to take it home.
Where's home for you?
It's actually northwestern end where you guys were. Like portal to. It's technically about an hour's travel from there.
If I went up the stairs.
Like if you from this portal from this area, if you go out that skylight,
Yeah,
and
up
travel like kind of along the border. I'm just thinking of the map that I showed you.
There was a skylight that flooded down with spores.
Yeah, but we have a big thing of hydrocephalus.
So you'd be like right about here. That's kind of where your tribe is. Then you guys hunt trolls over here.
Where are you guys going?
Arengard.
Yeah, that's. Aaron
So Aaron Garden's here.
Yeah, okay. So
Aaron Garden's here. 3 trees is this one. Or sorry, 3 trees this one. Nick's rest is this one. So 3 trees.
So we might as well all stick
is where you guys
together
will
and
teleport
go out
to.
that door.
If you recall, 3 trees is where your thing takes you.
Do you guys want to travel together? Go out here, end up there, and then we'll just go down together and then split at the end.
We can't go up and up the travel
Yes,
road.
we have the hydrocephalus that kills it all.
There's a spot.
Remember Zapsol?
It is true.
We also need to be able to carry it up, though.
It
We
floats.
are already carrying it though.
And if you remember, it floats. Superposition style. So
Yeah.
we have to lower it.
That's crushed.
This way-
No, we don't really have any reason to go there, do we?
Yeah.
Well, if you guys
get out.
So,
You know?
hold on. I just want to again clarify the goal.
We're right here, so if we go down together and split the last section.
You
Yeah.
also have men on the other side, though.
You have men that you left behind.
Which can always come through this way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but how are you going to notify them?
Like going through getting them to come back.
Oh.
You know what I'm hearing? Is you, Crushed, and your tribe can leave through the skylight here.
Yeah.
And the rest of y'all can go
You
the
can
way
follow-
that you came.
You can follow Crush if you want. Crush and his crew are going up, through, and down.
Makes sense.
Sounds good to me.
If you guys want to follow, you can. Follow to like the fork in the road. We'll go our way, you go your way at the very end.
Crush, do you have an eye stone? Like a sending stone? So we can contact you later?
Yeah,
You do not.
No.
I'll just light a fire.
Can you make any?
Sure. Actually, there's no long distance charges on that either. Smoke town, it's great.
Can we give him one of the
Kick
stones
or bird?
for the
Can you make any?
Aaron
First. Oh, I don't think you guys have a spare.
We have one each.
That's up to you then. Yeah, we good.
My guy has never researched them informal, so I'm gonna say I cannot make them.
That's okay. Do we need to stay in contact with him besides obvious
So I think what I
manpower?
Sending stone to
Cool.
fucking research it.
If we stuck with them for a little bit, we'd just be walking twice as far without them.
Can
anyway,
I-
so-
My
Okay.
gem that transports to my house, can I end up sending it to different multiple spots off the same gem?
No, it's wired like
Wired
directly
away.
back to your apartment.
We each have a gem. We can give him one.
You have two of them.
I thought we each
If
had
you want to give the tribe leader of one of the greatest orc tribes in the Far Seas one of the keys to your place, I guess. That's
Why don't
right.
we give- We're
Yeah,
talking
just
about
make
Places
you-
to go trash.
This is crazy.
yeah.
Sorry?
I thought we
We're gonna
each
get
had
home one day, the place
The
was
place
trash.
tossed.
Bunch of fucking orcs passed us.
Thank you.
go.
Written in blood on the wall. It's a great place to party.
Thanks for the love shacks and Dirty Dan and the boys.
God.
We could always just go back to his town if we want to meet up with him ever too.
I thought we all had a signal sending stone.
Each of you
Yeah.
has each of you has a signal stone to talk to each other with.
I thought it was
A
to get,
sending stone.
I thought it was to get back to that thing that we built in the hotel.
There's
in your
there's
house.
two of those that you have. Two.
I
He
have
Skarsbad
one.
had two, or he had one. Did he have one, or he had two?
I thought we each had one.
No, you each have a sending stone to talk to one another.
I thought we had a sending stone shot to the
And-
city
and
to
home,
summon the
yeah.
portal. Yeah, okay.
I thought there was only one door rock.
So okay, yeah, all right. So I'm not okay. So you have one teleport stone to get back home with. Right. Okay. So you only have the one of
But
that.
then we all had
Quarter,
sending
you
stones
can get
together to open up
I had
portal
to trade one
get
in.
Right, and to do that, if you recall, you have to be back to where the portal originally opened for that.
just at the top of those stairs.
Correct.
All right, let's go back. That's where the portal that we communicate with them to summon us back to is there.
So we're split back. You can do that.
Carlsbad's sticking with us, right?
Perfectly emotional.
Carlsbad? Yeah.
Painful
I hope so. He's our ticket home.
Those
Yeah.
guys.
He's
Oh,
staying
yeah.
with the orcs?
He's got the ticket back to the apartment. We have all got a stone to talk to Aaron.
Go
You guys don't need me.
We like Skarsbad.
No.
Crush.
Oh.
He's technically part of the orc.
Oh, okay.
I guess, yeah.
But I'm gonna say,
You can
you go where the stories are interesting, and
Yeah.
this looks like it's gonna be infinitely more
You want to
interesting.
stay with this ragtag band of
I
bandits?
know adventures when I see them. It's my
I have no
second rodeo,
objection.
at least.
Do you have a resume?
I'd imagine you just go like right here, and it just rolls away.
Yeah. You know, I've seen my stunning performances on them.
Impressive.
Just like
never
2 hours.
127 words a minute? That's good.
That's pretty good.
See, it looks like here you have Microsoft Parchment under your belt. So sorry, you guys go to the surface, reconnoiter with, or rather, do you head out through the skylight here, or do you go back with them through the portal.
We have to go back.
Krush is going out through the sky.
Crush is going that way. We're
Right.
all going that way.
Yeah, we
So-
go back to the doorway.
Krush troops head back as soon as your guys reach the top. They get the message as you guys get up there and head on down. Actually, you know what? Krush sends one of his guys actually, just so they know that all is well. The guy heads back there. They head back together. You guys reconnoiter here. Head back to the skylight. In due course, Krishna will reach his home. As you guys make your way past all the spores, sure enough, you see arcs just flying off of the barrel, just destroying all the spores within kind of a perfect 30-foot globe around you guys.
Nice.
It's like one of those Tesla balls where it's
Literally, yeah, and it's just arcing all in all directions, and even like there's arcs that'll come towards you and fly around you, like go around,
my fucking feathers
fire
are
off that.
out.
Yeah. And as you guys watch as the camera pulls away from the hole, we see like all the orcs slowly clambering up the slope and bringing the barrel with them. And the camera's gonna like move around the side of the summit of this hole and show all the orcs standing there in the blue glowing barrel there, just arcing off in all directions. And the horizon kind of just has the sun slowly moving down towards the horizon as it's about what, I guess 3, 4, 5ish, somewhere around there. Yeah, it's getting into the evening now. But point being, they clamber up to the top of the place, and the camera just kind of pulls back to show the whole of the horizon, the far seas, stretching away.
I'm gonna learn that mandolin part someday.
That's a good one, man. The fucking man, some songs, man. They write the trailer for you.
Yeah, they're really good.
That and the Lions and Nobles trailer was wicked. But easily the Iron Guard trailer is like the one that really fell together the easiest. Because I happened to find a whole bunch of music videos of this Swedish band that just mocks themselves up like dwarves, and they do all their performances like Lord of the Rings vignettes. They're just fucking phenomenal.
Oh, is that the dwarf metal?
Yeah, it's really fucking good. So the camera pans against the whole of the horizon in the air, far seas, the swamp expanse stretching away in all directions. The camera kind of like does a mad 180 from watching the orcs descend on the mountains down towards the tribal copse in the distance. You can see all the smoke coming off of all these little teepees and houses and long log homes that are built in the distance amid several clearings of the brush. And you can see even further down a skirmish between several of Crush's tribes and the trolls that reside in the nearby mountains and fens.
But we're not with Crush now.
You're not. I'm just saying this is the camera panning Yes, this is for the audience sake. Those of you who don't love you too. But as it comes across to show a lot of you guys, it just zips across all the distance to come upon that central point where southerly, like almost 50 miles down, or sorry, we're Canadian here, so 67 kilometers ish down the way.
50 miles, 80 clicks.
80 clicks. There you go. Thanks, sir. Yeah, I'm doing 2.2. Sorry. So you guys come up on the surface and radio back to Aaron Garden, at which point you get a response, and camera cuts to show the crystalline sconch balls looking around as Mizram receives a signal. A familiar voice asking for portal home.
Mizram?
Mizram receives the signal.
Mizram is like reconstituting.
No, he's in the machine at the moment. He's on cue to re-reconstitute.
Okay.
It takes time. You gotta get the right elements right. You don't want to be just made out of any old slave, do you?
Any slave will do
I guess, but you're not in a pinch. You're at home.
I'm prepared for this.
You can take
Be
time.
prepared for this.
And besides, it's been a while since you were. What's the term? I had a term for it. Plugged in since it or severed actually.
Well, no, I was going to say several choice drow specimens were kept in stasis just for this.
Yeah. Backup.
You know what? I'll take that. You're just waiting for when to thaw.
Yeah, okay. It's in the microwave.
That's just you're actually designing the microwave at the moment because it's not thawing fast enough.
The thing sink.
But
Oh god,
Sitting
yeah,
on a
when you're
plate.
from like my
just this drow body sitting there getting water dumped. That's fucking great. No, they have a big kettle they throw it in. You put it in a bag and like sous vide. Yeah.
Oh, a double boiler?
That's right.
So you get hot but not burned.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, you gotta defrost it to feed your snake.
Which is exactly the process by which Mizram thaws out his new drow body. Does he want to be a woman this time? I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's thawing out some matriarch from his old drow kingdom.
Getting some jiggly bits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got bored of having the saggy old man bit.
Don't get me wrong. You don't have to play him again if you don't want. But point me. You guys make your way back to Aaron Garden, and Mizram receives the signal. How does he respond? Actually,
What's the signal?
you hear a familiar voice that you believe is one of Tycho's whelps asking for portal home. They say that their mission. Actually, what do you say to the receiving end?
Open the portal. We've got the ooze.
They apparently have the hydrocephalate.
This is, expected, so sure.
It's most excellent.
Allow the teleport.
You pop it open, and
You want something done right? Outsource the work.
Kill switch
Quite
engaged.
the whole of all the klaxons around the city go off, and you're like, oh wait, that's not the right kill switch. The portal opens up, and you guys slowly, one after the next. No, that's not the right one. Make your way through. Appearing on the other side.
I leap through.
I stroll through whatever thought.
Solitaire kind of bounds around a lot. He's always leaping in dramatic poses through the air.
It's like Bruce Lee with a mandolin.
Less karate. Well, a little karate in there. Yeah, sure.
Little sachet here and there, a little ballet there. Yeah. He did practice a lot of cha-cha to get his footwork going.
He's great in the
boxing.
Macarena.
There you go. Draxus stomps through. Delilah sits back. But as you guys enter it upon, one of the service bots makes its way over towards you. One of the new Irngarten units that has been getting recruited from various sources. These ones, automatons, all the same, have been finding employment around since the population has been somewhat culled due to the mycelium incursion. As this one, multiple legs, comes crawling towards you guys.
Like a robot?
Somewhat. It looks
Heavy
somewhat
duty?
biological in some aspects. You're not quite sure what you mean by it, but it's definitely metal and gears and pulleys and such.
Is it like Bender?
You can see on the side of it, it actually has engraved on the leg Wilbur. You may introduce yourself.
Is Wilbur like a big wheelbarrow?
You have been assigned.
Conrad?
You have been assigned to one of Tycho's whelps groupings, apparently, to help them with their incursions, missions, and the other objectives for the foreseeable future.
What was you?
This is also one of Mizram's doings.
Okay.
He isn't one of Mizram's creations. You're one of Mizram's buddies who has found employment. Things have been tough for automatons this time of year. Been passing out those resumes, having to brush up on your Microsoft Parchment skills.
Yeah, no, I can feel that.
So what are you?
He's an auto gnome.
Okay.
Hmm.
Like clockwork style kind of thing?
Yeah, here I'll,
A little bit of magic worked in there. Eberron flavor.
yeah.
Actually, I guess
He's actually from, auto gnomes traditionally are from Spelljammers.
Okay.
And this is him.
I, good sir, am an analog gnome.
I see what you did there. Bless you.
Wow. Greetings, comrades. My name is Wilbur. As my friends call me, Weapons Integrated Logistical Battlefield Utility Robot.
I pour water on.
Your speech box keeps up with you just fine, but every so often it does the max headroom thing. It'll be like, my name's Will. Like you said your thing, but it's still like echoing.
Yeah.
Burr.
He's so cute. Sorry.
I know someone I can explain.
Wilbur has like a whole head and everything. He has his own like face.
Oh, okay.
I did take a look at it. Yeah. Oh yeah. It looks like an owl.
Yeah.
Cool.
So he's a Artificer level 5 Battlesmith and Warlock level 1 Hexblade.
Nice.
Yeah.
So he like made a pact with a being and then started building himself.
Not level 6.
Still have a few background details, but he's also got a steel defender. To the
That was
mount.
possessed by
So
someone.
he rides around on that thing.
So you're not starting at the same level as everyone else?
It's level 6.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said level 5.
Yeah, Artificer level 5. Level.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Sorry, Amber's level 7.
No, 6.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, 6. Okay. Very good.
We'll still have to figure out weapons.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
how do you mean? What did you after?
Well, I put down 2 automatic pistols.
Okay.
And a half plate.
Okay.
And then his infusions are repeating shot for both his pistols.
Okay.
Walloping ammunition, which if I hit somebody DC 10 or be knocked prone.
Okay.
And then the enhanced armor or something like that gives him +1 AC.
Okay.
Yeah.
You look like you maybe have like a wind-up key out of your back. Turn and wind you up every once in a while.
Rocket out.
Would you mind?
Brass knuckles rockets.
Oh no.
Yeah, just grab it, pull really hard.
Keep
pulling it. Keep pulling. Yeah.
Did you ever
Spit
see
on
the
your
movie
hand,
Red Line?
please.
Red line?
Red Line.
Red line.
It's like a racing anime movie.
Yeah. No. You know what? I wanted to see that. You showed me
My
a bit.
friend likes that. Snaps.
It's a
Yeah,
fucking
he's the one who
story.
showed me and Brady. And then me and Brady watched it, and then Snacks was hanging out at our place, and we actually that was for the barbecue. Yeah, we fucking watched it in the garage. You were there.
Yeah, it was too hot in there. I wasn't in there.
Oh. Yeah, because it was you, Andrew.
Yeah,
Snacks.
I was in and out. I was too hot in that room.
Yeah, we were watching that. I was gonna say fill a little nitro canister on, and it gets all like fucking supercharged.
So now you're getting the picture, really. I mean, that's the power of Gurgner. But anyhow, you guys enter upon the Irngarten portal chamber once again. You can see a familiar set of eyes staring at you through like 2 particular viewer scope crystals on the wall, and then it's like one of the eyes will appear on this one over here, and then the other eye appears on the next closest one as the one blinks and the other joins it. And every time that Mizram's eyes blink, he kind of ends up in another scope, looking from another angle. But more to the point, you guys also watch as there's a little hand in a little port, and every so often and like fit itself into another port on the wall.
He is the ghost inside the machine.
Quite literally at this point. But every so often you'll hear like a thumping as Pinocchio is around too. And comes nearby and he watches what you're doing in there, and then greets you all. Well, you have returned. He adjusts his jaw eternally and forever, and sheathes the screwdriver as he watches the clock clank along, and then looks at you, and then over towards the arcs firing off the barrel next to you. You have the hydrocephalate. He walks over, brings up one giant half metal, half meat hand and puts it on your shoulder. You have done well. And he rubs one finger along your cheek. You have done well, daughter of Baiko. And he looks over towards the barrel. Take it to Mizram's laboratory. I will be there shortly. Mizram,
Yes, Uncle.
I will meet with you shortly. And he thumps out. As
Hand gives a
just literally gives a thumbs up. Doesn't even leave the port. Yeah. And then goes back to doing all the evil kind of gestures that it takes to calculate shit. That said, though, you guys take it there, and the whole of the city is at this point available to you guys. You walk in upon Mizram's lab and watch as a couple of the servitors come towards and collect the barrel and float it away.
How much is this stuff worth?
Mizram, you calculated out, measuring the weight of the barrel and ascertaining that there's probably...
Does it go by weight or volume?
Yes. Point being is on the open market, a barrel of this magnitude would retail for probably, give or take shipping fees, 5,000 platinum.
What about those cans that I filled in?
Or sorry, 500 platinum. That's 50 grand.
500
No.
platinum for one of those little
5,000
cans?
platinum is 50 grand. 50 grand.
For
Sorry?
one of those cans that we filled up?
No, one of these big barrels.
What about the little can?
Probably like, what, 15? Like 1,500 platinum?
15.
Depending on who you're selling it to. Like,
Still,
Mizram also lists off potential buyers. And it's like fucking such a short list, and you note that 3 of the buyers are in sigil.
Delilah's
United
also
States
doing the math on how
nuclear
much this stuff's worth.
Actually, yeah, you're it comes to like a split screen and it shows Delilah's real objective. She's like, yeah, I'm in the money. The sky's sunny.
Just sitting there with a wagon load.
rolling along, and boop, crank, and it's just like there's a whole bunch of stacks of cans. I'm not kidding. Like Delilah is probably working 9 to 5, baby.
It's like this.
You got all
Somebody
these fighters
sees
like
you
walking off.
It's like this stuff, like
Busted in
this-
gold and diamonds.
Like straight the fuck up.
It's like a slurm factory.
Like literally, there's a bunch of there's 2 canisters that are sitting, one at the top of the stairs, turning on a light show. It shows Delilah sashay in and throw a couple cans over here. She like undulates a little bit to the light show as a bunch of spores are exploding, and then just kind of sashays back out. A moment later, it cuts to showing her pushing a cart of these through a portal. And that's kind of the last we hear of Delilah, I think, for a while.
She's living her fucking best life right now.
One day, Delilah.
So-
She finds herself around in the
Visit us
Feywild.
What?
One day, Delilah's gonna come visit us, rich as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Holy fuck, bitch, you are
She'll be richer than
genius.
me. So I don't
Fucking
even
great.
really have
50 experience all around. The theme of Delilah.
Yeah, you're broke as fuck.
Yeah,
And the-
personally, yeah.
Yeah, you're just like, money.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Delilah. And with that, we showed a lot of you guys, of course. Wilbur's tooling around, helping out in the laboratory as you're moving the hydrocephalate barrel into position, and the first experiment takes place. Mizram does not have to make rolls anymore since he is the machine god now, and produces what needs producing like that with machine-like precision. Don't you know?
Who would have thought that?
Now, as this all is occurring, again, you guys are in the city. Things are quelled. Things are still tits up in this place. Shit is still very real. Things are still very broken.
Is everything still fucked? Fungus?
It is, and it's slowly being rebuilt as the security systems have obviously quelled the incursion upon the place. Ironclaw is secure and mending. That said, I believe some of you have some shit that you might want to do around the city. I don't know, but you tell me.
I just want to go sell my old suit of chainmail.
Okay.
What do we get paid for bringing all the stuff back?
Excellent
We had
question.
a contract.
Yeah, what was it?
We got
In
$100
exchange
a day.
for freelance work, our party will be compensated with 100 gold a day
Yeah.
Each?
and
Not
funds
just our party.
and assistance
We were paid out the
towards
last time,
rebuilding
do you remember?
the Iron Garden Black Circle headquarters, as well as fund the Temple of Bethlehem.
With that said, you find that part, actually, as you read it, you note that the words around Temple of Bahamut are slightly charred for some reason. You can't tell what it's going on there. In any event, you guys are each paid out. You get 10 platinum apiece.
You have men?
Yeah.
Men the contract.
The miserable
Because somebody tried to fuck his guy's part of the contract out.
I'm starting a church.
You said 10 platinum?
That was
10 platinum
Mizram's
apiece.
plan all along. Avoid the
I don't
contract.
know
10 platinum each?
if
Yes, sir.
men would reverse just that part or like take all the ink away.
Men's the pet parchment back to new.
Yeah.
That'd be funny, actually.
Yeah.
Just erases it. It's brand new. Look at that ink.
Turn
Wait,
away.
oh.
Turns into
Wait
a
a
tree.
Oh, we no longer have to go to contract. I don't know.
Oh, really? Back to that.
What the fuck?
This is
This is
great.
forging.
Fucking fix your zippers, turns into an ingot or something.
Junkies are famous for the forgery. You wouldn't fucking be able to tell the difference.
Seems I showed up just in time to get paid with some platinum.
Indeedy. You are actually paid out in
Try to
10
have a
platinum
part of
apiece,
that contract.
as I said, for your services. The Church of Bahamut also receives 10 platinum. So technically you receive 20. And I want to say, as you take the 10 platinum and the guy says, this is for your church, you accept it, and you feel your hands are clammy as you hold that money in your hands. You feel a sweat dripping from your scales. You feel strange.
This platinum will go to the church. Agree.
So it was 57 gold.
Huh? 100 gold a day. But that's split between our party.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3.
But no, you get
5,
10 platinum
6.
apiece, I thought.
So
Contract-
100.
Oh, it's 100 gold a day for the whole party.
100 divided by 6.
Okay, so you guys get 10 gold apiece. Sorry, you guys get 10 gold apiece. Or no,
There's
that's
100 platinum.
It's 100. It's
divided
100
by
gold.
6.
It's 100 gold divided by 6. It's not 100 platinum. It's 100 gold. 100 gold divided by 6, but it was per
That's
day.
6. 6.
So you're willing to do this for 16 gold a day?
Yeah, but plus he's funding the rebuild of the Black Circle and funding the Temple of Bahamut. So.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
so the
only
temple does get 10 platinum. I'll stick to that. So the temple gets 100 gold. Each of you gets 16 gold. And if you're going to go check on your base, let me know.
Back home?
No, here in Airborne, actually. If you remember, you're rebuilding the circle here, remember? That was part of the contract?
Right. Well, yeah, we might as well. You guys want to come with me to go check out Black Circle here? Yeah, tweet. Yeah,
Wait, I'm still with Mizram, right?
You can, dude.
You want to come too?
I might as well.
You're so bad.
I know.
Mizram's hand waved
She's
by.
in the delayed rebellious teenage phase, starting to question everything she's ever been taught.
Careful what you say.
Which for elves lasts like 400 years.
Well, hell. I'm only 60 years old. Come on.
Only 340 left to go. Where are we? So, yeah. Entering upon the place, you see that it's already been cleaned up of all the rubble and destruction that was caused by the Mycelium incursion's initial strike upon Ironclaw. A lot of the undercommons displaced, the underhangs that are supporting the city. If you remember, the city is built mostly on a mountaintop, and then it'll have platforms that are stretching high up from the jungle floor and the slope to keep the city going, kind of just on air.
Half of them had fallen down.
A lot of it had broken away, and a lot of the undercommons had been destroyed as a lot of the mycelium had made its way up, and then the defenses kicked in. So the city is a bit shaky in some places, to say the least, but is otherwise mostly standing fine. Now, descending down into the underhangs, as it were, and coming upon the base, again, you see that it's been cleared of all the rubble, cleaned up such that you have a floor for one thing, you have walls, and you can see the potential in the rebuild that's coming. There's a bunch of building materials that are sitting around, and you can see a couple servitors have already started to slap up new supports, and you can see and hear the kind of electrical arcs from welding wands that are being used to remelt and reconnect the steel structure to the whole of this area on the outside. So you can see like flashes coming through certain points of the wall where servitors on the outside are welding the structure together. Aside from that, sorry, what's your passive investigation, if you will?
16.
You're with them too, eh?
Yeah.
15.
Passive investigation.
Okay, so you guys are all with them?
Investigation is 13.
The scars back? Going back? Yeah.
Yeah, everybody said they're covered.
Okay.
See your crib, bro.
No, this is not my house. This is the Black Circle Thieves Guild.
The
the
clubhouse kind of thing.
That I'm rebuilding. Yes.
It's your crib.
Yes.
And you know what? Actually, as you look around the chamber, you look over towards the one side, and amidst all the cleaned up space and everything, you see a singular shape painted upon the wall using some sort of goo, red, orange, sort of paste. It's kind of chunky-ish.
Like marinara.
Yeah, a little bit. Like basically someone squashed a bunch of fruit paste and painted this in bright orange on the wall.
What is that?
Oh, it's cold. I think.
Investigation?
Sure. Your passive investigation leads you to see it's a triangle, but thicker at the base than it is at the top.
Civ?
Can I roll Arcana to see if I recognize this as the basis of some kind of sigil?
19?
Yeah. With a 19, you pretty much recognize it to
Or
be,
you kind of
more
like
than likely,
ritual?
a simple version of the Civ's triangle.
That was just recently added to the space?
It looks like it was just painted very recently.
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a bad thing or a good thing.
18.
You want me to make another ball?
Like, I just wanted to see if I could say that it seems ritualistic.
I'll let you know.
It seems completely out of place and is fruit on the wall in the city of Ironlaw. As you look upon it and taste the mango, who would dare give this place the mango? But anyway,
Yes, we've been mangled.
So it's a tag.
somebody's tagged.
They must have been wealthy.
This
Those
place.
are pricey fruit back in the day.
Okay, can I see anybody that's working around here? Ask anyone who's in charge. Maybe talk to someone in charge.
I want to say also, you rolled 20. What did you roll for your history?
19.
19, yeah. You know, tribally speaking, that it's not written in blood, effectively, is what I'll say. It's written in sweet fruit.
Yeah.
With that said, you absolutely recognize it to be the basis of the Civ sigil. And, sorry, that was history you rolled?
Arcana.
Oh, okay. Then no, it's not arcanic in any way, and you still recognize it to be the basis of the Civ sigil.
Civ.
You roll me history. Oh, actually, did you roll me history earlier for Civ? I thought that was my... Okay, go ahead. Yeah, easily. Do you know of the stealthy little sneaky frog that ruled from underneath the bark? And it goes on to talk about the undercurrents and how the Civ follow them, and they're always lurking, always watching, always so quiet, always so powerful, and yet so fragile, as all power is. It goes on to say. So there's a moral to the story. You see, it rhymes.
Sneaky frogs from deep parts of the swamp.
That basically run shit from the darkness.
Why are they here? I need to find somebody in charge of this area right now.
You look around for a moment and then kind of look over towards a piece of metal, and there you stand, staring into it. Then you realize you are the one in charge. I am the adult.
I need another adult.
Hoping for like a site foreman.
Oh, fair enough. It takes you a brief moment, but you manage to find the maester for this floor. Would it be for the floor? Yeah, I guess one of the underhangs. Many watch captains basically patrolling the area, and he recognizes you, and as you approach, asks you what it is that you're after.
First things first, I want to know if they need anything for this build.
He shakes his head and says they've got all the building materials coming. It should be beginning primary construction of the interior near the week, they say.
Alright, who is in here drawing this? I point to the...
He shakes his head and follows you, and then looks upon it.
Don't you dare say mango.
What's a mangle? He says.
Yeah, who did it?
I don't know. I did not see this. I did not do this. I do not do this. What is this? He looks upon it, and he nat 20s it, and he says, the frogs.
Yeah.
The frogs are in Irongarten. He looks towards you. He brought the frogs into Irongarten.
No, I'm asking you.
The frogs deceive. They are in Irongarten. And then he leaves.
Are those the same frogs
Suddenly.
that we noticed behind the tapestries?
The ones surrounding Osrin.
Freaking frogs.
Make the frogs gay. Just go to Alex Jones reference.
Oh.
Freaking making the frogs gay.
Jump in the water. It's black tar.
Alright.
There would be a conspiracy for fucking Alex Jones, though. The frogs are ruining everything! Do you hear me?
It's about fuck.
They're like the other pants gnomes that come out at night.
And they make everyone gay! They made me gay just the other night. It was terrible. Yeah.
Grinding on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh, God, what a numpty. I mean, whatever. That's Joe Rogan's job is to make people comfortable, but to go on there and be familiar with the guy and just be like, yeah, you know, fuck, life's hard, man. Life's so hard for me. Like, shut up, man. Fuck.
So the Civ have been here.
Might be time for a new fog machine, dude.
It just needs fluid.
Wilbur starts malfunctioning and making a buzzing noise.
I whack a few times.
Sponsors that.
He starts just pumping smoke out, and then finally his carburetor catches. It's good.
You just gotta scrape the bottom.
That's right. How's it word though? Sorry, question?
Well, I wouldn't mind going to the church and giving the money to the Bahamut worshippers.
That sounds like a good idea. Meanwhile, was there anything else here? So, Buddy leaves, and as you look upon yourself, you start to think about various contacts that you could reach out to. You do have the main fellows at the head of the Black Circle.
That's in Three Trees, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Which, I mean, in all fairness, you're a teleport away, so to speak.
Yeah.
Ways of applying information at taverns. I could maybe go as their local.
Should
Just try with the stone.
Okay.
should we rest
I'm
at the
gonna go
house
back
tonight?
to Mizra's
Wouldn't mind
lab,
moving
so I'm
rest of
supposed
my
to
house.
wait for Michael there.
Three trees.
I gotta go there to talk to the bosses.
Where are you going? Sorry, waiting for your uncle?
Back to the lab.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay,
Yeah, so I
that's
was
fine.
supposed to deliver the cannabis and then wait for him.
Well, those got delivered. I can't remember if he did say for you to wait for him.
Oh, he said he would be following me shortly.
Oh yeah, he told Mizra that you were joining there shortly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Pinocchio and Mizra are working on this at the moment.
And has nobody heard from Sigma since we last seen him?
No.
Nobody
a little
Inspire at all?
So Sigma, if I'm not mistaken, is actually still here at Ironclaw. Last I remember, I was showing his interactions between not Mizram, or Mizram before he left. Yeah, Sigma's here at Irongarten.
Yeah, because I remember he left us on 3 trees.
He left you guys at Three Trees. Yeah, and there was always a copy of him here Aaron Garden. So the copy that was with you
Yeah.
left, and that one hasn't been seen or heard of since. Now that in mind, I wanted to say that the space is what it is. You can reconnoiter with your contacts in Three Trees, but otherwise you don't see anything else here. There's no like permanent marks. There's no damage. The place is just under construction. So meanwhile, you wanted to go to the church and deal with.
Well, are you going back to? Because it might be smart to go back to Three Trees, talk to the actual church there, and tell them to send emissaries and start give them the money to help start the church. Are you going back to Three Trees?
I will be. Is there a church of Bahamut at Three Trees?
Yeah, because I stopped at it before.
Well, it's not like a church. It's like a shrine.
That's a shrine. It's a multi-denominational church space.
That was in Iron. In Three Trees, there was a Bahamut shrine.
Oh, that's right too. I did. Yeah, there was a little shrine specifically devoted to.
Yeah,
We can all travel through my house, right? No?
Yep.
Or is it just me that goes through it?
It'll take you and up to 8 other people. Or sorry, it'll take you and 7 other people. It'll take up to 8 people.
I mean,
Check
what
out
draw
my
do I
house.
have to go to Three Trees?
Stick with your cool friends because you love us.
Well, you don't have anything else to do at the moment, I'm saying, because the good doctor and your Uncle Pinocchio are handling that. You can go and talk to Tycho if you want, or seek out Pinocchio or someone, or even find Sigma and talk to him if you want. But otherwise, you don't have any objectives from your family at the moment.
I might go see my father and just report everything that we found, including the Osrin
Good, sounds right.
memory cache.
And you wanted to do church here in Erin Garden, or you want to do that in Three Trees? Okay.
Because I want to give the money to the church in Three Trees to send more men.
Okay. And then, are you going with them afterwards?
I might as well if I can't be of any direct use here at home. If I'm just going to really be on foot.
So if we've got a bit of time, then before we leave, I'd like to find a local tavern somewhere nearby and see if I can hear any whispers of the Civ being around or what are they doing?
We can do that.
Yeah, because the Civ time was here in Erin Garden.
Also, Solitaire loves to make a coin
It's everywhere, kind of.
performing.
It's everywhere, kind of.
Ooh, and I want to see if I can maybe question him a little. If I can finesse a little bit of extra info out of my either Tycho or Sigma about the spirit pool. What exactly we're fighting and how one may or may not. I don't know. Go in if you can, or do they always must be blown wide open?
There's a split screen montage of Alyssa and Solitaire making your way.
Oh no!
Okay, the rapper still.
Oh, good.
I was just trying to get his mouth.
Almost a perfect shot. Rapper and all. There's a split screen montage of Solitaire and Alyssa as Alyssa is shown walking up to an elevator, and it shows you walking up to a doorway. And you wait for a moment as the door opens up and a bunch of people walk out, and it shows you walk in and walk down some stairs, and it shows the door open up, and the people don't get out. They actually move to the side as you walk on, and then they thank you for allowing them to see you, and then they walk past, giving you the bow and whatnot. As the door closes, and it cuts to show the door on the other side, or it actually kind of just flips. We know it's changed, but it looks very similar, of course. Opens up, and there you stand. Opens up, and there you stand as you both walk out into your respective areas. You walk into the audience chamber with Tycho, and you walk out into the open city. As the streets spread away, and we watch you both walking.
Yours is lively and colorful. Mine is austere and bleak.
Yeah, very drab and dark and black and blue and stone and reflective, very reflective all over. And we hear kind of like an idle shatter of the street on your side. There's just like ominous tones and clack, clack, clack of your footfalls on your side. but it's very much similar from the side profiles. You guys are both walking, ambling in the way that you do towards your destinations. We see like all the peoples making their way past you, and we see dust motes and your reflection. And we can see the pinpoint tiny reflection of Tycho illuminated by several crystal scopes that are situated around the chamber, and of course the one massive hanging kind of chandelier of all the scopes that he uses to view his kingdom with. That said, you come up towards, it shows you from the back as the camera like lowers down to show you approaching upon the said massive chandelier, the little diminutive figure of Tycho amidst it, as we see him turn around. And we see from the back as the camera pans down against a tavern in the distance. Shit, what was the place in this town called? You know what? This one's called the Spike and Cauldron. And as you come towards, it's got like a big cauldron out front. It's got a spike directly through it. And you can't ascertain what the hell that's supposed to mean, but it is a cool looking visual. As you approach it upon, then you see a painting on the wall that shows like a giant, a big ogre-looking fellow, and he's got his hand in the cauldron, and he's holding basically a big iron rod, like a fencing épée, and the cauldron's acting like a hand gauntlet, and there's like a whole poem there that's talking about the spike and cauldron and who welded it and blah 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 blah. But as you pass by that, and the camera's like still lowering down in quite the same fashion, it shows you entered upon the place, and there's like a similar chandelier that comes into view. And underneath it, you can see several patrons with their various flagons, and one of them specifically turns around to look directly at you in the same fashion as Tycho turns to face her. This fellow, in this case, a blue-robed, bald-headed fellow with a large beard, gives you a little bit of a wave, takes a swing off his tankard and points up the stairs for you and turns away. As you look over towards the stairs and see the long line of joy ladies and boys, and then the balcony overhead, and you see another fellow, well-dressed with several attendants nearby, who looks down at you and then looks towards as the fellow in the blue does this and points over towards you. As it shows you face off, meeting across from Tycho, it shows you a moment later, as you're now illuminated by all the sconce of all the stuff. It shows a door closed, and it shows you guys face to face in a dark space.
The well-dressed guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And his attendants are nearby. Their faces are kind of glowing slightly from a little bit of light coming from a window behind you. As Tycho looks towards you and simply says, "Welcome, child. What is it that you have to report?"
I recount everything that we went through, both with the, I explained the map that we found, with the different pinpoints, the ooze that we found, everything else, the multiple dimension doors, and the Osran Patriarch, or rather the copy of his consciousness. And then I also recount the very interesting things that he told me, and then I asked if Uncle Sigma was in fact once a Foxmantle.
As
If I may be so blessed to be privy to that knowledge.
you ask the question, and the whole time Tycho hasn't been looking at you, and he's been idly listening, and he's been looking over different scopes, and you watch him like do this over this one, that over that one, and he looks over at you as you ask this question. And then it cuts to show you with the fellow, as he says, "Would you care for a seat? Your reputation precedes you, Mr. Solitaire, is it?" "Yes." "We are pleased to meet you."
He'll accept the seat, but instead of sitting on it, he'll put his one foot up on it. And hold
Captain
it
Morgan style.
dramatically. Yeah.
You know?
Pleasure to meet you.
As I say, your reputation precedes you, Mr. Solitaire. It's a pleasure to see you in the flesh, and my associate downstairs is recognizing you. It is the opportunity for me to perhaps see a specialist of your reputation and repertoire put to my service. If I may be so bold, I am sure you have not sought me out for nothing. So please, by all means, tell me what it is that you seek from me, and I will tell you what it is I seek from you.
Oh, I don't seek anything from you, good sir. I was just finding a local tavern to perhaps perform a song. Are you the proprietor of this place?
I am in partnership with you, yes, of course. This is one of my many establishments, A fantastic investment on my part. My associates have counted it out to quite a coin. But I do declare, Mr. Solitaire, I ask you again what it is that you are after in such a establishment. You, of course, do not waste time, sir. You collect stories and you regale them for others. You are a performer, and I am so curious as to why your performance comes to my stage.
Solitaire, tell this man he can breathe.
Just a traveling performer.
You don't want to ask him about the Civ?
Yeah, that's right. We recently saw a symbol of the Civ in a place not too far from here, maybe just a block or so away.
Yes, the Civ, ever the influence on the city. The entire swamp proper has always known them to be an influence, a power, like blood in the veins. Don't you know, antibodies running about, ensuring the purity of and health of the swamps. The Civ are a necessary and forever element of this place.
Seen them around here recently?
I do not deal with the denizens of the swamp myself, no. I would not be so bold as to bring my presence amidst them, churlish as I am towards them.
Most importantly, where did they get a mango?
The roots of the depths of the swamp are many and sweet, I cannot deny. Many a drover tribe do I employ to bring me these bounties as regularly as they can, but the swamps, they are fraught with danger, and the regular delivery is truly a difficult thing, but they are ever the investment that I will always parlay upon, for they are so delectable. But I tarry not with these. Let me show you what it is I offer. And he gives a wave towards his attendants, who bring forth a small box. As they give you the lockbox, and this would be a small pittance, something that we would provide towards someone who has an inner step upon the rotunda of Tyro Aragon. The man is, how can we put it, running a fraternity. And this city is anything but. This city is a well-oiled machine and deserves better than what the Aaron Gardens are headed towards, which is our destruction, it seems. Have you heard of this mycelium infestation? I'm sure you have.
I've seen it firsthand.
You would be blind not to see the destruction it has brought to the city alone, not to mention the rest of the swamps, which I have heard have not suffered as greatly, but still, all the same, are seeing the influences. And you know why that is.
I don't.
I would be curious to know if this is true or not, but the rumors state, in simple form, that here we have what Aaron Garden was built for, and the mycelium has started to infect it, sir. Have you ever heard of the Spirit Hole?
Briefly, recently.
He gives a nod of this as the camera cuts towards you, and he says, Tycho, with a smirk, looks away. What's upon one version of your uncle? Yes, I suppose he was at one point. But we all change. And he kind of walks away towards the window, the stained glass rainbow scintillating upon him. But he is not a fox-met any longer. So distant from that is he. So distant indeed. What, you ask next questions?
I simply found it fascinating, the questions between our family and the great houses. I wish to know more, so that I can better serve the people, as you know, they are who I serve above all.
There are no great houses. Not even ours. We are all but specks of dirt in the muck.
One might even say interlopers.
We are all interlopers, he says after a moment.
We're all interlopers here.
The camera cuts back to you. As
May I investigate this quickly to see if it seems safe to open?
yeah, 100%.
The investigation, I assume.
He actually employs you, please, by all means.
15.
It doesn't look like it's trapped or anything, and judging from his attendants, who all seem to be fairly armed, there's no reason they would try to do anything. But he says, but a small pittance indeed. You understand, Mr. Solitaire, there are many secrets being held within the Iron Claw. And we require someone of your skills, someone of your presence, to seek upon these interlopers. And then it cuts back to Tycho. At which point he simply looks out the window again and says, I hear good news, though. Amidst all this that you have heard, you have done so much. Not just dramatics on a hamster wheel. It is good to see that I can rely on some of my spawn. And he turns around and looks towards you and comes in close and does the exact same thing as Pinocchio, but more elegantly, as he puts a single finger down your cheek and admires you and says, you are growing so well amidst so many that have failed before you.
That was one creepy uncle.
This is my dad.
Growing so well, like she's a fucking product.
Oh yeah, I was born out of a harem, specifically 2 seeds.
I don't mean harem, I mean like came out of a fucking Genesis tube.
What is a concubine? Oh,
And this is why she's successful at the family. Just following that indoctrination thoroughly, you know what? Step by step, seeing
I'm
the
literally
success
just
of
applying my Japanese Chinese dynasty mentality from like the Emperor's Garden of concubines.
50 experience all around. That was, can't roleplay any better than that. That was great.
It's human historical
It was
fact,
me, you're
damn
an
it.
expert.
He just makes it seem like you're a science experiment, not an actual like birth.
Yeah, I'm not an official like Early Garden
call it
child.
a
That wasn't
Genesis
born
tube?
from
Yeah,
the
You're a
official
test
wife.
tube baby.
Yeah. You got picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah, no, I am, but
Like fake. Like you're not a real person. You're just.
yeah, I know. I'm explaining. It's because I wasn't born from an official Early Garden wife.
Now we're getting into D&D Blade Runner by next
I was
season.
born from a concubine.
You're a replicant.
Seriously, man, that's a good fucking
Okay,
explanation.
so in
No,
like
no. You're implying that you're still maybe a person.
So this is the.
I'm implying that he's implying that you're a science experiment, like raised from a dish.
yeah, I mean,
You're not getting
so the Aaron Garten
I mean-
mentality is they're one and the same.
So I would say
Concubine is
that
a living petri dish.
I was going to say you guys are both right because you're not wrong and neither are you. So the petri dish would be one of the concubines. They just why bother with a tube when you have a living person? Really? They just inject the person. It's fine.
Yeah,
And if
okay.
the person doesn't work out, they could just like empty the person of everything else and you still have a skin sack.
Sure.
Good too.
I thought it was more
Sounds
science and not involved.
You're not wrong, yeah. But no, there was still a mother of sorts.
Yeah, like my thinking was
she
they
didn't
just have
survive.
to seed as many offspring as possible. Because when you have more numbers, you're more likely to have like the cream rice.
Right, I get it, but I'm also trying to learn something that might have not been taught to you as a person.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm trying to go outside of the box from what your personal knowledge is.
Outside of the tube.
That's right.
Okay.
Who knows how
That's
far
what I was trying to do.
schooling goes in there.
Cracking into something you didn't know.
Would they educate
I mean, I
the spawn on?
technically
You were thrown out. You know what?
Propaganda.
Yeah, you would know that you were last out of a concubine that was like scientific.
No, dude, they were
And
top there.
It's like
Can't
brave.
recall her own death.
Oh, maybe actually.
It's like Brave New World level indoctrination.
Yeah.
There'd maybe be some kind of superiority to like trueborn people that aren't just clones. Like every once in a while,
Well, I'm not a
trueborn
clone.
comes
Maybe.
along that's actually born.
That sounds a lot like something a clone would say.
But these sorts of philosophical discussions are far outside the scope of Aaron Garden because we execute those motherfuckers. But no, anyhow, where was I here? Sorry, getting back my train of thought between the two conversations, and yeah, so you got
Got my
The
Pulp
box
Fiction
cash.
suitcase here.
no, that's literally what you get. Like it's to scale. Literally, they give you a box of coin.
I,
The attendant's there.
yeah, and
That's so good. We happy? We happy. That's so good.
I'm glad you got
That's
that.
so good.
The Pulp Fiction suit.
Honestly, next time I'm gonna throw a little LED in there. That's great. That's such a good idea.
and Alessandro was being admired as a successful product
Yes, indeed.
of basically eugenics.
And Mendelism.
Yeah. So
So, point being, the fellow introduced himself as Leonar. Leonar.
I'll at the tavern.
Leonar. Which is just, missing a dough.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a hyphen. There's Leo hyphen, but you don't know that because don't you love it in movies, video games, etc. You get a character that has a specially spelt name, but they never introduce themselves and tell you how it's spelled.
It just
But
sounds like something.
it always has that special spelling, like Justin with 2 N's.
Yeah.
I seen that the other day. I'm like, this guy never says that's with 2 N's. How the fuck would you ever know that it has 2 N's? Why the fuck would it ever matter that he's 2 N's? How do we not think that's a typo? Anyhow, good talk about that. Point being,
Leonard
introduces himself as he simply states that he is one of many magnates interested in expanding the Iron Garden's capabilities, and less interested in deepening its faulty faithhood, we'll call it, the fraternity, as I call it. If you recall, this fraternity is inefficient. It is not how a modern city is run, and this, I beg you to recognize, could be a modern city. It is simply lacking the correct leadership, you understand.
He remind me the name of this place. He's the part owner of
the Spike and Cauldron. Or the Spiked Cauldron? No, Spiked Cauldron.
Okay, you mentioned the Spirit Hole. And
Indeed.
some form of opportunity. This, I assume, is for services rendered.
We will consider this a...
By that, I mean me acquainting myself.
What's the term for it? Not a kitty.
Did you grab a piece of tinfoil that was here?
Oh, yeah, I tossed it.
That's my belt.
That was your what? Oh, shit. Just trying to kill you.
A medication.
Sorry, bud. Like, pills container, sir. Did you see that pills container?
Define container.
Well, I've got this other piece of foil. Sorry, yes, so you pay it to a lawyer. It's for services to be rendered when you pay them a stipend. No, not a stipend. It's
Royalty?
not royalty. That's what you get when you. He says it's.
Commission?
No,
Like, are you just giving me this as a gift?
he says this is for services to be rendered. In due
Oh,
course,
advance pay.
Implying that I don't have a choice?
implying that it will be of your interest to do this, and I would care to parlay my interest in yours. You see, Mr. Solitaire, I am not attempting to influence you. I'm attempting to benefit from you. You seem to be a man of action, a man of circumstance, and a man who knows what to do when the time is right. And for this, I would pay you handsomely, as you can see, to be simply a fly on the wall, should there be anything of interest that I might need to know.
Here in this establishment?
Here in this establishment of the Iron Garden, sir.
Okay, I see.
You see this fraternity, it has long worked behind a bit of an iron curtain. True that one can see themselves in the deepest recesses as yourself, but should anybody trace interests back to me, you see, well, Tycho is not a fan of Leonard's doings.
Solitaire's going to be very careful about saying anything negative about Tycho. Kind of feel like he might have eyes and ears everywhere.
Yeah, fair enough.
Can I make like an insight, see if I think this guy's for real?
Sure.
Or if he's just Tycho trying to, or Sigma trying to fucking
Sure.
trap me or something? I guess I don't even know Sigma.
That's right.
Insight.
I mean, you're a worldly bard. You have every reason to be suspicious.
What's it do? 8.
And I would just like to remind Michael that
Say
he still has
19?
Sorry.
That he hasn't really.
It hasn't really answered my question about the connections between the Ozrins, the Iron Guardians, and the Foxmans.
Fair enough.
Their families. Sorry.
That's fine. You rolled a 19, and camera cuts to show you as you ask him about this or remind him ever so gently, and he immediately chortles. Yes, the connections run deep and strange in some cases. Do you know, when we first arrived here, this place was a bandit camp run by disheveled dragon, if you could call it that. Aged and long lost to this place, its mentality gone. Such a grand creature it should have been, but it was nothing but food for the wild before them. Connections in this swamp are something that become very muddied very quickly, my dear. I would not concern myself if I was you, but I will confirm your rumor mill that your uncle was indeed once of that family, and has of course since become my brother, as so many have since.
The Osran Patriarch found our very name to be distasteful at best.
Sorry, who found what?
So, the Osran Patriarch,
Yeah.
he found our name, so our family name, to be distasteful at best. I'm putting it very politely that he did not fucking like us at all.
Osrin.
Well, yeah,
You immediately watch his face and tone shift as he looks at you. When did you speak to an Osrin? And he starts like closing the distance towards you.
I recount again and remind him of the stone he found.
So the
And
visage
the
was in
memory
fact an Osrin? Eldamar? Osrin?
John.
Yes. And I simply wish to understand what these negligences between our families are, so that I, again, may better serve the people of this swamp if I am better informed as to the workings and goings on of the past, so that we may learn from our history.
He's closed the distance and at this point looks you square in the eye and says, "Speak plainly, daughter. Speak plain."
What happened?
Happened
I want to know everything.
is that we killed everyone who stood in our way because we secure this world. That's what we do, daughter. We take out the few for the many, and we suffer a great deal for it. Look at our kingdom, in rags as it is, but we hold. And those who would undo us, those who would question us, they do not share our space, for they do not share our values.
And may I ask, dear father, what it is these Osrins were guilty of that deemed them such a threat? So that, again, I may...
Cowardice. He simply says, and you feel like the reverberation of his voice reverberate around. And it cuts from there to show, Mr. Solitaire, you have to understand that the city is at great risk as long as eternity continues to do what it does. And I beg that in your position, should you have the contacts to sequester yourselves in the spirit hold that lies at the center of this place, then you, and whoever you are with, may have the ability to undo a terrible future before it becomes us. Already you know of this incursion that has struck us. We have defended ourselves now, and I hear tell already my contacts state that you have brought us Solve back. You, Mr. Solitaire, and several companions of yours. That is why I have a great deal of interest in you, sir, is that you have brought about the saviorhood of our city, and perhaps you can bring about the saviorhood of so many others. That is what that box of payment is for, is for you to do what it is that you are already doing, sir, and simply to inform me of the outcomes, that I may be informed, that this city may be informed.
Okay.
If you do happen upon information regarding the Spirit Hold, know that it is a very secure place that the fraternity keeps as close to themselves as they can. Few have seen it. Few have gone there.
We've been there. That's the spot with the pool, right?
Might be, actually.
In the basement of the Ironclaw?
Yes.
Where I was like, it's Ghostbusters' house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
We've literally been in there.
Yeah, you guys have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say that.
Yeah, you are there actually.
Yeah.
And he looks over towards you. You have.
Yeah.
And what did you see?
Many things. I described the room with the balcony above, pool, and
Can you return there?
where she's from.
She's
Well, you guys.
What?
She's with Tycho right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
that. For
You guys are
unless
in
it's
Aaron
from-
Garden.
Yeah.
Or no, you guys are currently in Three Trees. That's right.
We haven't gone.
Or no, you guys haven't gone. That's right. You guys are in Aaron Garden. That's right. You guys are the Spec Culture in Aaron Garden. And yeah, so yeah, you say it's to this place. And he says, yeah, it should be. He says, of course, it would be here. As I say, it is secured, extremely so. And I am not entirely certain that you have been to the Spirit Hold proper. Perhaps that is the entrance to it.
Regardless,
Is what you have found.
seen more than you.
Yes, and I would be interested in learning much, much more. Why do I know you, sir? And he simply stares at you for a moment, trying to recollect. And you watch as two of his attendants quickly, file in, and one of them holds a hand on the crossbow and looks around weirdly suspicious. The other steps forward. Yes, of course. You are who we are helping fund the new development of the Black Circle headquarters here in Aaron Garden. You
El Capitan.
are Scarsman.
Wrong.
He stares at you.
Captain. Scarsman.
He looks over at his attendant. The attendant gives a shrug. El Capitan, then.
That's right.
It is good to meet you, sir. And Solitaire. He looks over at his attendants.
No, I didn't even know you were here with me. Sneaky little guy.
Well, all of your crew is. You guys are all there with me.
Okay.
And the attendants, basically, if we look at this from the side below, you got him sitting there and all of his attendants, and then you got you sitting there and all your crew, save for Alessandra. And Wilbur. Wilbur's busily hydrocephalate, moving over here to do the thing. And then as he's riding the thing all Ratatouille style, right? And I guess at this point it's coffee break or whatever, but yeah, you guys are working away and getting the first test subjects through the processing chambers. As you can throw me insight real quick. Sorry, roll me perception and then roll me insight.
Perception 2.
I inspired.
I think I'm too far gone. I think.
No, you're good. You can be inspired.
Okay. Oh, that's an advantage check. Okay, sweet.
9 o'clock anyway, so.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Use it or lose it.
3.
Yeah.
Inspired.
You can't
You can't
inspire.
inspire.
Damn it.
4 d20s later. I'm still in single digits.
So that was perception. Anyway. Insight is
You do still have guidance.
11. I'll
And
use
Bardic
guidance on
Inspiration.
that one.
Bardic Inspiration
Oh,
did D8.
So, well, let's start with the one before. 4. So 15?
That's your insight.
Yeah.
As you clasp the door shut on the test subjects, it gets shut a little hard. You're not sure what that sound was a moment ago as you close it up. It's closed now. That's good. Not sure what you missed there. But your insight leads you to see a bunch of leaking fluid coming out of one of the test subjects, and you think that that might be a problem. As you look around, you notice that, one of its hands must have been sticking out, and you've cut off a portion of its fingers there. Oh,
Whoopsie doodle.
half a hand there. Oops.
Slap some fucking Flex Seal on that bitch.
Yeah. But it's leaking all inside the test capsule at this point.
Can I fix it?
You're just going to have to pull out the test subject, get a new one, clean it out.
Alright. Can do.
Okay. Takes a brief moment. Pinocchio comes over towards what is the delay?
Yeah, well, he seems he doesn't fit very well. We'll have to make an adjustment.
I see. You have substance. He detaches one of his hands and puts a power brush on there. Polishes up the inside. I'm going to have to save this. He disconnects it and puts it in a bag.
How peculiar.
If anybody needs me, I'll be in the cookery. And he heads down towards the galley. Because I guess Aaron Garden's like a ship. It has a fucking galley. That said, though, it shows you throw another test subject in there and set everything up. Throwing perception and insight again.
Perception 12. Insight 10.
You don't see anything wrong during the setup of the process. You don't ascertain anything to be too problematic with the process. As you pull the lever and watch the whole of it take form, a moment later, the test subject, you hear a ding, and you open up the capsule as the test subject, being an unconscious, I'll take some of those fucking offers. Just on. Test subject comes out, and as you put it propped up on the test subject holder, which is a terrible way to spend an Easter. You guys take out the test gun, which is just loaded up with spores. Pump a bunch into the body's face. The spores stick to it, congeal, and fall away. Test success. Pinocchio looks at it. Excellent.
Eureka!
Yeah. And as it shows you celebrate, the little machine, pull the machine back. Yay! Camera cuts back to see you and all your coterie as Leonard looks up towards you. Looks up towards the ceiling, then looks back down towards you as his attendant brings towards a decanter of wine and fills his glass. Another attendant brings you a glass from a tray and hands one out to each. And fills you all up from the flagon. And a moment later...
The same?
Yeah, the same flagon for everybody. Well, there's two flagons actually, but they fill up other people's glasses from his, and they have a separate one as well that they fill the rest up with. So you can choose to trust it or not. But he doesn't regard it in any way. There's just not enough in each flagon for all the classes.
That's fishy.
He actually, he would apologize and say, I did not expect you to have so many people with you. So I ordered for a separate flagon brought up from the tavern below. I appreciate your presence and your company, and I look forward to developing a working relationship that should be successful and fruitous for all of our organizations.
I don't know if I should, again, openly agree to anything with this guy.
Sorry, did you roll history on Leonard?
No, I didn't. Would you like me to?
Would you like to?
Sure, it's 10.
You've heard
Inspired.
of him?
It's 12.
Leonaris. You've seen these pants all over the place. They're like Versace's. Leonaris denim pants. Yeah, you've seen them.
He makes jeans, I think.
You've seen the advertisement parchments, magical things enlarged and charted that show all sorts of acrobatic people doing all sorts of acrobatic things wearing his Leonaris pants. Strange form of advertising that for pants, you think to yourself. But as he's wearing said pants himself, you realize they are very blue and certainly do have the metal rivets in them.
Okay, good. They
Right
seem
on,
very
nice.
durable.
That's right. Rugged, even. That's right.
100% cotton blood.
That's it.
He looks upon you all as you.
I feel like we should maybe talk about it. For a bit? I don't know.
That is what we are doing, Mr. Solitaire. What is it that you are concerned with? Do any of your friends share these concerns? What is it that I cannot say for you, Mr. Solitaire?
Wow.
He's paying, I'll be a spy.
None of you guys feel worried about spying on the fucking king of this weird place?
Don't forget, I've done it.
I've already been in there, so I know it's already weird. So
I mean, in all fairness, you're literally head of a thieves guild that the nobility is rebuilding for you, so.
Sure, but I think
Some weird government shit.
I think it would be best if we
You're in Gardens Park, Russia.
everyone present here agrees that we don't share this with cleric Alessandra.
Yeah, because I'm not here.
That is true. She is
Right?
not
Like,
that.
that's
I mean, that's all I know. I just.
she's the princess.
Alessandra's part of some fucked up family, but I don't really like.
They run
that
this
we're going
place,
to
right?
spy on.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
what are we
All
going
of
to
a
tell
sudden, I
her?
feel better about life.
What are we going to tell her though? She's not coming with us.
Maybe Bahamut will take me back. Oh, meanwhile, sorry, there's this to wrap up too. My apologies.
Oh,
That was to be in 3 trees. That's right. That's why we haven't done it yet. Okay. I can open up on that in the next session.
I wanted to ask Tycho what cowardice the Ozrins were guilty of. Like, what duty did they spurn?
My dear Alistair,
They're probably just peaceful.
they simply didn't have what it took to survive in a dangerous environment.
Your family
It
still.
was simply nature taking its course. That's all. You could say that we did nothing, really. Simply didn't do anything. It wasn't my decision, ultimately. But I certainly do not shy from the reality of it. Ozrin was weak. Ozrin was unable to see the future, and Ozrin was unable to grasp the tenacity it would take to survive.
I didn't know fucking exploding barrels just appeared in nature.
I can only imagine like the mental acrobatics. But anyway, Erdengarten simply, Tycho simply gives a giggle and says, "To think, we almost saw ourselves sucked into those portals. But being so far away from it all, we're so untouchable here. Because they're all cowards, daughter. They're all cowards that simply won't do what's necessary."
And the spirit holds. We guard it, correct?
Yeah.
That is our holy duty.
Our baby. He simply says after a moment, "Our precious." Our charge that I decided to take upon myself, my life quest, born of that which this world needed. A guardian, a fellowship. And I created that fellowship. I created this place out of the corpse that was here before, shambling along and doing nothing but consuming its surroundings for its own benefit. Here we are now. Some might call us just the same, leeches by some ignorant, narrow-scoped view. But we are so much more than consumers. We are the future of this great place, this expanse. And you will be at its forehead, the forefront, the very figurehead of our charge, as your gut wave spreads across all of the far seas. And the camera cuts over towards Mrs. Solitaire. You have to understand that if we do not play our cards well, the Erngod wave may spread across all of the far seas. And that would not be good for anybody. And then it cuts.
Da-da-da.
I tell Tycho it's an honor to be from such a noble lineage. Oh.
So
I just imagine literally that in the squeaking hard eyes that Senpai notices me.
We just have to establish a way to let Leonard know what's up without it becoming immediately obvious. Outside.
Okay, but
Maybe through your network. Spies, we can figure out like these can't message or something like.
Yeah, we got these guys. That's easier.
We can also use the tree to spread them.
We can use sending stones or stuff like that.
I feel like we should agree, but not orally agree. We should just not tell Leonard one way or another what we're doing.
I mean,
And then once we find, like, he wants us to report back to him once we do stuff. So we have until then to decide if we want
He's the jeans manufacturer here in Erdengarten. One of many commercial magnates. His profile is rich with all sorts of fantastic doings that have brought many, many great influences to the House of Erdengarten.
Okay.
One of many great. So I want you to guys to think like Erdengarten's kind of like Rapture. Well, no, it's like Rapture, where so many different industries can go and see such success because morals. What are those?
Yeah.
That's a 4-letter word around here.
Pumpkin.
Oh, shit.
Ah.
And of course,
How
remember
much?
that. Oh yeah.
5,000
You've got
XP?
100. Actually, he gave you 1,000 gold.
100 platinum in there.
Sorry, he gave you 1,000 gold in mixed denominations.
Okay.
So you can choose what sort of coinage you get there. Basically, it starts out at 10 platinum, and then the rest of it is whatever. You get gold, silver, copper, electrum, whatever's valuable. You can have it in gems if you want. It doesn't really matter to you.
1,000 gold value.
So before you divvy out that, is it safe to say that we're kind of like at a tavern resting?
Yeah, so I want to say, after whatever you guys are doing, you guys can do a long rest. But I want you guys to come back and figure out what you guys are doing with this deal then.
I just wanted to get that underway on camera because we're leveling up right now.
Long rest happen, yeah.
Yes, sir, you may level up. All of you may level up.
How much XP?
Another 2,500.
5,000? 2,500? 2,500.
Actually, you know what? It is a quest end, so 3,500. You guys did wrap up the quest.
9 is what we're at.
26.35.
Because her heart's in the right place, but she's welded.
Yeah, 26.35.
I the wrong part. Not even hitched to it.
26.
Welded.
35.
26.
Alright, who's Hey?
It's a cool ability. 7th level.
Yeah, 26.350.
Flash of genius.
And then you were saying I had to do a rogue thing. Why? What's this one now?
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
Alright, there's the.
You have to level up in
You
rogue.
said I had to be a rogue now?
You have to take a level of rogue, that's right.
How does that work?
You just add a level of rogue. So when you level up, you go to your you go to your character build and you add a class and you set that class's level to 1.
Is this normal for that forced action to be a?
Anything I say is normal.
Yeah,
But more to the point, if you go back to second edition,
Yeah.
you can change the character's alignment. You can take away a level.
Do I go to so do I want 2014 core rules or core rules?
I leave that to you, actually. You guys
What's the
decide.
difference?
Just make a comparison. Yeah, I have no idea what the changes are between the rules for like a rogue specifically, as opposed to a paladin, as opposed to a barbarian. Like, don't ask me. I have no fucking idea.
Jordan, what rogue did you go with? The 14 rolls or the core rules?
I can't recall.
The 2024.
2024 or 2014?
There's no subclasses for the 2024 build.
That is a problem.
So
That's
then I have to do
Oh, you know what? Good
2014.
point. Yeah, because they don't have. Take 2014 for everything because they don't have the 2024 rules.
I do
That
have
explains
in
why I
my
didn't have all my
characters.
feats and stuff.
Yeah, that probably would have. Oh,
Somebody's hit.
you'll still see 2014 feats. You should still see 2014. Yeah, I do. And if I remember correctly, I saw it with Robbie too. And what happened with her is I ended up saving, exiting, and coming back. And I added and removed a class or something like that. Anyway, I did something that logically set the rules that I was working with, and then the feats worked. Is the best I can say. I was trying to remember the actual process. Yeah, like I've encountered it too. It really bugs the shit out of me. I don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. With that
So
fucking
she
lot.
could have actually added that.
God, Curse was a software company that developed it, and they did an amazing job with D&D Beyond. Like, they did incredible. And then Fan something or other, Fandom I think, bought them. It was another company, the ones that do fan wikis, and they bought D&D Beyond. And then Wizards stepped in and bought it. They were like, no, we want it. And it was kind of funny because Wizards was the ones that allowed Curse to build it. And then I guess, I don't know, for whatever reason, Curse wanted to offload it. And for whatever reason, they were going out of business, actually.
Cool.
Like they're shuttered down. But yeah, Curse shut down. D&D Beyond eventually changed hands to Fandom and then to Wizards. And now Wizards is running it into the fucking ground, probably, you assholes.
It is great.
They suck. No, the fucking software, those guys don't know how to fucking write software to save their lives. Whatever goddamn reason. They've never had the idea. They're always trying to be impressive. They're always fucking themselves in the ass with the cactus.
It's inclusive.
Swear to God, I don't
Like,
understand.
it's easy to build a character on.
D&D Beyond is amazing because somebody else fucking built it. That's what I'm saying. Is Wizards, when they built a character sheet back in the day for 4th edition, it was amazing, but it was built by someone else altogether again. And then Wizards took it, and they had whatever fucking business model in mind that they came up with, and it was silly because it was like you pay once, you get all the content, and they wanted people in a subscription. But if you pay once, you get all the errata updates, all the rules updates, all the everything, and then you only have to pay the once, and that was it. So for $30, you got a whole litany of all their content.
It's not that way anymore.
And it never really should have been, you know what I mean? But I get why they went with that business model. It is great, very generous of them. But it's like, how did you not see that happen?
I like that since I'm part of one of your campaigns, I get access to your all your books that you have. That's how I got onto Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Oh, okay.
I have it on there, and I started reading it a little bit. And I went on a lot. Actually.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of great source material in there that I have to review in any way. I had a bunch of like hardcovers. The whole letter, yeah. It was like $1,000 at that point. And then now it's another.
Yeah, they're redoing it. But it's been
Well,
like
my
10
point
years,
is,
really.
they keep adding content. Now it's accumulates another $500. So you're
Did you see what I pitched for Wilbur being from Astral Space?
I'm into it. I didn't see it, but I am into it. Did you mention that in the original?
I did, yeah.
Oh, I missed that somehow.
Yeah. So he escaped with Olo. And then he was hanging back, and Olo was going to go find his friend and then introduce everybody.
That's cool. So he has a, yeah, alright.
And then Olo never came back, because all our gnomes are from...
No, that's fair.
Spelljammer.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Okay,
Yeah, I caught the Spelljammer side.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I didn't realize, okay, I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
That's fair, totally.
Yeah, okay.
Fair enough. But yeah, let's bring it back. So, Jordan, what'd you like, what'd you hate, what was your favorite least?
I like how unique the session was.
Yeah, yeah, every session's been damn near killing you.
Need a breather.
No, I just like the story development.
Yeah, at least it felt like we went somewhere with the story.
Yeah.
Sure. And,
Lots
closure
of
campaigns
different
is always
development and progression options. Good.
Cool. And Taylor, what'd you like, what'd you hate, what was the least?
I like the visual of the like eye-shaped stained glass skylight.
Yeah.
Zoomed out with it
That was
too
fun.
fancy.
Yeah.
I like that image of with like an eye here gazing up.
Just staring up and,
Yeah,
you know,
cool.
I'm very dead in here, look at me.
Yeah. That was that visual. I liked that a lot.
Thank you, actually, for that. What else?
Solitaire loves going to a tavern. Loves to do that a little bit, and I think that will develop the storyline a little bit too. Looks forward to spying. Let's do that.
Yeah, so I want to state that the reason that went out the way it did is because, there's spies everywhere in Irongarden. You know, it's very much half Russia. But the point is, they recognized you as you came in. And Leonardo clearly has whatever interest there. So,
Recognize me as what?
recognized you as someone who has, as he said, an in-step to Tycho's circle and someone who has brought about possibly the saviorhood of Irongarden. That's what he observed here, if you recall. Is of your own volition, Mr. Solitaire. You have done great things, and I simply wish to be but a pin in your collar when you accomplish these things. A piece of pride, if you will, sir, that you can feather upon in your hat.
I'll add it to my pin collection on my collar.
You know what I mean? So that's what he's saying. Anyhow, the way that he might. Otherwise,
Yeah, it was a good session. Thank you.
Andrew, would you like? Would you hear what you want to see?
I like that we found like an old Osrin that we could tap more for like information about the swamps and like chase that down. It feels like Irongarden's evil.
Definitely.
Well,
Maybe Osrins were like one of the high houses back when the swamps were at peace.
They were a clerical house. They were all clerics.
I mean,
That's what they were. They were
healers.
They were
yeah.
trying to think of the god's name. Sorry, Calibar. They were all priests of Calibar. They were all
Good
surveyors and purveyors of the dead. So morticians and priests.
Yeah, it seems like they were good people.
They were.
Yeah.
Wouldn't know it though. Not from the way history's buried.
Yeah.
They were surviving victors.
Just by talking to him, hoping the world was at peace.
Yeah, right.
Is it kind of becoming apparent to everyone, maybe including Alessandra, Tycho and the
Oh no, she's brainwashed, dude.
bad guys?
She's not brainwashed.
Sounds like
She's
she
a
made
good
a
daughter.
made a
I'm
breakthrough,
already
right?
questioning.
Yeah.
I'm already digging for information. That's not just
Yeah,
taking
and then
it.
it gives you a little bit of like, you're a good girl, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, at the end of the day, that's what I
It's a
love.
process.
I think that's
Does
what I love
she-
the most about the Forces in general.
Does
It's
she have-
just
Sorry, does she have a chip in her brain where if she betrays them, she dies?
nothing like that.
I'm going to try no.
No, it's a chemical embolism actually.
And I've
But,
always been so chipper and dedicated. I've had significantly less than a lot of
That's
others.
right. That embolism is a far and away chance. No, but I love this sort of campaign where the way it's played out, the way it's written, the way everything's presented. It's presented like, it's presented from the perspective of you guys. Like, I do my best to kind of do that. There's vignettes and shit that are off to the side, but I like to think that for the most part, this stuff is all relative to you guys and how you guys would perceive it. Is how I try to deliver it. And anything where people feel good going in, and then they're in the middle of it, are we the bad guys? That sort of question comes around. It's like, did my job right? That tells me that if I've set up moral conundrums and you're feeling something out of it, then it's art.
Well, I've been waiting for
I think
that.
that's
since the
like
beginning.
our
That's why I
first
made it.
interaction. We ran into the like gins that are in the tank. We're like, why are we letting these things get their life sucked out of them? It's like, oh, it's my family. It's the way they do it. It's like we find like a sausage tube of people powering a thing. It's like, this is fucked up. No, it's not.
They did it willingly.
History.
They signed up for that.
Science.
Why I brought a priest.
Kirk, would you like to hit with some roast feast?
Cool setting. I like the Hollow Stone and the theater was pretty cool. The landscapes. And that was just fucking awesome. The final scene with Delilah.
Yeah, that was great. When I really thought about who she was and what she did, I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like,
There might even be that song, Hey Delilah. Hey there, Delilah, look at
I thought that was pretty perfect.
That was great, honestly. What a great end. And the whole time I was just like, what are you doing? Oh God. Oh no. Oh yes. Well, and Porter said, oh, by all means. Can I give you an oh yeah, take it off. But it's not nailed down now. I just think that's it. Yeah. Getting more and more frustrated as his house is being robbed.
Yeah. And I think Wilbur's gonna be fun. Forward to that new character.
Yeah. Right. And would you hit with Bruce Lee?
Finally getting the part I've been waiting for since like the very beginning. The whole reason why I made Alessandra, and that was the moral conundrum.
Yeah, you finally cleared those yourself, eh?
Yeah, and like questioning everything and slowly starting to pick apart the world that's been built around her.
Oh, you're
And,
getting
like,
into
the
the moral
narrative.
conundrum. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I've been waiting for this time.
It's
And
kind
I
of
think
been
it's a
there, though.
little ironic too that it'll be a cleric offspring of Tycho who maybe possibly plays a hand in the fall of the Iron Garden.
I
And
had
the Osmonds were a clerical family.
Like we could have.
That wasn't intentional. I just think it's.
You're a foxman. We could have killed.
Well, wait. If I'm descended from the Foxmantles, that means Tycho's not my father. It's Sigma.
We've been trying to tell you this whole time.
I know. I had that in my brain. Like, completely.
But Sigma's evil too. We could
Yeah.
have killed Sigma when he was in a jar.
So if Sigma's actually my biological father, why did Tycho take the role?
Sigma's not your biological father.
So Tycho was a
Tycho wasn't originally your biological father. You actually, on paper, had a different biological father, but then you did.
You're an Osrin, baby.
All of a sudden, right?
Ooh, maybe, yeah. Fuck.
You're a cleric.
I identified.
Riley, would
Oh
you
my
like? Would you
God,
hit? What was
my
your
God.
release?
Like a mutt.
Riley, would you like? Would you? Yeah, I know. Just make sure everyone knew that.
I really like the direction the story's going.
Yeah,
Fucking with Superman's dad.
That was
That was the Fortress of Solitude if I've ever seen it.
Reading Eldamar after all this time was kind of fun. Kind of fun too.
When you started talking about how he's like essentially a living AI and he's fucking talking to what his son is, and I'm like, John L.
Well, this is a normal thing for this family. The Osmonds,
Wait,
there's
wait,
a couple of their high-ranking relatives where they left vestiges of themselves.
Fortress of Solitude, I got it.
They
I'll
made
get
it also,
that Phantom Zone guy, don't you
you should have seen, I can't remember, there was another Osmond woman that they ran into last campaign, she was responsible for a demon that the Ozrins had kept to power a refinery, and they were using this demon to power the refinery. And later on, I guess I should shut this down. For those of you who put the home game, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next D&D Times and D&D channel. Where the hell is the stream of all this?
So wait, I have a question. If Tycho's not my biological father, does that make me a designer baby genetically engineered super soldier?
Yes.
Yes!
Literally what you
I'm Captain America!
Yes, you're, well, Captain Irengard.
And I'm blonde too. That's perfect.
That's Irengard's ass.
Yeah.